favorite music. Yeah. Knicks won, baby. Yeah. Knicks won, baby. What's going on, y'all? We on the move today. Comments in the mix. No, I can't shrink. See layout. Oh, layout. Boom. Crop solo. Oh. Here we go. We in the mix. Any comments? Post comment. You're on the move today. You know, when you got kids, teenagers, you got to make sure you pop up around their high school. Let everybody know I'm around. Daddy's around, man. What? In New York City, baby. LA Lakers, you in trouble? Where the Lakers fans at? Come on, man. I'm on the move, but I still got my... Watch out. Watch out. Yeah. Oh. Stuck, homie. LA Lakers, you in trouble, man? Audio. Nah. That microphone. Nah. You probably hear me better now, huh? Always gotta fix that. Nah, it was a crazy game. Knicks Heat. Talk about that in a second. All you Lakers fans, man. How you feeling? How are you feeling? AD hurt again. Left in a wheelchair. Was it Paul Pierce-esque? Oh, man. Is it a fluke? Is it AD being AD? I mean, it didn't look like the Lakers were going to win anyway. It was tough to them to come back. I was on with Child the Dom Drop. I was on him last night. I told him at least LeBron looked like he wanted to win that game. He was in there that whole fourth quarter. Even when AD went down, he didn't like that. You could tell Bron was bothered by it. I think so. I don't think he likes the way AD is kind of... He's soft, man. Every time he feels pain, he's just, mad dramatic. And I got to respect LeBron for that, playing that whole fourth quarter. He knows you don't give up game 5 on the road and let this linger. He's been on the other side of that. Come on, famously. That's that notch under LeBron's belt. I heard a little thing. Somebody's in here. Hold on. Guess. Oh, Turbo in the building. Come on, man. Big Turb.
What up? What up?
What's the word?
Hey, now
you got your camera off? I can hear you. I can hear you.
1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just talking about how I respected LeBron playing the whole fourth quarter. Or a lot of the fourth quarter. And he doesn't like AD being soft. He's 38. You know, he's just... everyone can't be that guy. Like we talked about it. Was it with Zach the other day? It was with Zach yesterday, right? LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kareem. The 3 GOATs that everyone always mentions. That's the overall 3 consensus GOATs. They all worked on their body. They all, you know, they were just durable.
Yeah.
Right? All of them. Because even Mike, he got, later he got elbowed in the ribs and broke his ribs or whatever. But
yeah,
those are machines, man. But a part of it is them off the court. They're putting in that work. Kareem was eating fish or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
Doing karate with Bruce Lee. People forget about that. I had that on tape. We put that footprint on Bruce Lee's chest.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep.
Classic. But he put in work, man. So I think LeBron, he knows if I got a chance at another ring. He knows all the talk about him from when he was younger. I think it's kind of done with. He got a post game now.
Yeah.
He picks his spots. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I wish he seems like he's playing smarter now than ever.
He should have did that. He should have did that earlier in his career.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
But
like the way he passes, the way he conserves, the way he moves off ball. He's been in this offseason. Now, granted, again, when you have that ability, it's different when you're in those shoes, but I guess as a fan, you think everything's a video game too. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get into Tibbs and his video game like numbers later. That was crazy.
The only thing is with LeBron. LeBron never really had that go-to move where you be like, oh shit, that was you know what I mean?
Right.
He just plays off of just straight up talent and natural ability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For the most part of his career, but at least see in Miami he learned to punish them inside the 3-point line. Yeah. It's very similar. That's what stood out to me about SGA earlier this year. Shout out to SGA making first team All NBA.
Yes.
What stood out to me was that he's not forcing these 3-point shots. He went from 5 3-pointers a game to 2.5. LeBron, if you look at his numbers, I mean, at one point he was shooting like 60-70% from the field in Miami. Not for the entire season, but come on, man. That doesn't come from. That means they can't stop you.
Yeah.
You're going to the basket at will.
Yeah.
And I think for him, I think he got to be feeling frustrated with AD. It's like Jay-Z with Beanie Siegel. He's like, Siegel, I ain't trying to change you. I'm just trying to put you on the game. Same thing. Like, I'm not saying AD's Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
But he's acting like out of whack. I would think. Now, with this, if it's a concussion, you can't control that.
No.
You got whacked in your head out of nowhere, like.
Yeah.
But leaving in a wheelchair, I think it's the optics of it. Like, he doesn't even have pride in how to get injured. Like, Paul, remember, we've been clowning Paul Pierce for years for that wheelchair shit.
Yeah.
AD gotta get that smoke. You took the $150, you gotta get that smoke, dog. You left in a wheelchair. Hold on, let me tell you guys something, man. I'm a married man. I ain't listen, but out here in these streets right now, you better hit them streets, fellas, ladies, whoever you with, whatever you like. They out here, Turbo. Get your turbo method on. But I think people weren't finding it funny either. That's the real point, Turbo. They were mad that Barkley and Shaq were laughing at Anthony Davis. How you feel about that? Did you find it funny that he got injured?
I didn't see it. Because like right after the game, I just clicked off because I thought I was going home right after the show, and I ended up staying where I was going to stay at because I was so tired. I'm like, damn, we was on live for like damn near 6 hours. What the fuck? Well, no, I was on for like maybe 5.5 hours because I came in like around halftime when the Knicks was up when the third quarter. That's when I came into the live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still found it like I seen it afterwards. They might have been laughing at him.
Yeah,
but they always laugh at dumb shit.
You remember Barkley calls AD street clothes.
I don't care what anyone says, man.
He's always hurt.
But it's also
it's how he gets hurt, or it's like when he lays in the ground, you be like, "Oh gosh, here we go again."
Right, but why is that funny?
He doesn't have a great landing of falling.
Right, but why is that funny?
I don't laugh about it. I just be like, I don't laugh. I just be like, damn, what the?
I think it's funny because it's partly true. Like these jokes, when they're rooted in truth, some sort of truth, we get more of a laugh out of it because it's like where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah,
Come on, Anthony Davis.
yeah, you're right.
Enough is enough of your shenanigans. Beautiful day, New York City, 77 degrees. I'm pretty sure LA feels better out there. I don't know how San Francisco is, but I'll tell you something, man. Oh my God! Did you guys see LeBron post his wife? Shout out to Savannah.
He posts his wife time to time. Man,
Nah. She has a spread. She posted some things up there, man. I was looking. Congratulations. I didn't want to talk about your missus like that, but hey, congratulations. 20 years plus. And you could post up like that. Yeah, she has like a magazine spread or something like that. So.
Oh, okay.
It's just dope to see when they go to LA. Like Los Angeles is Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for her not to be like a basketball wife and then put her own spin on it, but she got her joints out, man. She got her joints out, man. She did it. It reminds me of salute, fellas. What's up, Pagan?
I like that she's low key though. That's one thing you gotta like about it. Like there's certain wives in the NBA that are like very low key, but like with her, you gotta salute because LeBron is like the biggest figurehead in the world, and that's not easy. It's not easy to deal with.
Nah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? And she's been with him since high school. I think that's the good thing. Like she's been with him from day one.
So it's a lot. Imagine
when he was I wouldn't say a nobody, but you know what I mean. Like before the money came in. You know what I mean?
Nah, 1,000%. Oh, Zach is in here. My bad, Zach.
Yeah.
My bad, Zach. It's different when I'm on the phone, so I gotta mix this up. What's going on, man?
Nothing, just headed to the gig. I heard y'all talking about
AD. Let me fix this this setup. We gotta always promote the brand, you know. What do you think about that? Was Charles and Shaq being too crazy as usual?
I mean, I've seen them say crazier things. Would I have made fun of a potential head injury? No. But they do what they do, you know. They do what they do. Man. I wouldn't have made fun of a head injury personally, but they do what they do.
The first thing I did
all the time.
Nah, but the first thing I did was we heard it in real time. Cause we were on live, and then we see on Twitter it popped up. Yo, AD. As soon as he went to the bench, I said, "Yo, the game is over. The game is over." Because for me, it does always look like AD doesn't handle pain right every time. Like every knack is a leg explosion for me. That's my problem with him. Like I teach my son not to do that. Like my daughter, I was saying this last night. When she would fall, wipe your hands and get up. Wipe your hands and get up.
I do the same thing with my children, but I don't know. I always, I look at things different than everybody else. If somebody get hit in their head, if it's an overreaction, let it be an overreaction. You got hit in your head. If it's not an overreaction, time will tell. You know what I mean? But your head, I don't know. I don't look at it always being the same. Like no, he took a pretty good shot from Looney. I think he got a concussion personally, but that's just me.
He might have. Nah, that was anything, especially what I was saying last night on Dom Dropper's show. Shout out to John Dropper. Once you get, who knows if he has a previous concussion history. Once you have one concussion, you're more susceptible to more concussions. Yo, let me know if you guys can hear me well, because I'm in the street.
No, I can. You good? I mean, I had 4 during my playing career. 2 of them actually collided heads with somebody diving for a ball. The other 2, like I fell and hit the back of my head. And in each case, the prognosis, the diagnosis was crazy. It was terrible. Right. I ended up 2 of them. I came back and played the rest of the game. So I don't know. I'm just always somebody that can separate the narrative from every incident and just judge it accordingly. I don't think this is the same as him hurting an ankle or some of the other things. I mean, the dude got hit in the head. I mean, what do people want sometimes? That's all.
I think it was the real time reaction that people are reacting to. That's the other thing. Like social media is like, bro, my real time reaction is probably the same as I was very proud of LeBron for, yeah, we down 10 in the fourth quarter, but now we got to try to get this, man. We up 3-1. We could close this out. He was very urgent with that. So he's been consistent with that. And I just think is, just responding to the street clothes thing, the AD history. It's after a while, it's like, it is what it is, bro. That's who he
Yeah,
is. He reacts that way. I wish he responded differently, but I think LeBron is very good at hiding what any of us would truly feel in that scenario. I think it's human for us to think, again, bro, like just relax. But at the same time, you want him to take care of himself, man. Because a
yeah.
concussion is crazy.
That's why I always say, I mean, again, I wouldn't have done it, but Shaq and Barkley, this is kind of where we are with them. No filter, really no thought involved. We talking about a head injury. It's like, come on, fellas. But I get it. It's entertainment, man. I get it.
Right. That's the
But
bottom
I mean,
line.
yeah, it's entertainment.
Speaking of
Once you come to
entertainment,
that conclusion, you good with it. Personally, I just don't consume it. I'm always confused about the people that complain about it and still consume it. That's just weird to me.
that's like
But
not guilty pleasure. What's that called? Not a guilty pleasure. When you watching some shit that's just like some torturing shit, like you a masochist. What are you watching?
yeah, like you watch First Take every day to come on the timeline and complain about it. That's crazy to me. I don't
Nah,
get
they're
it.
lying. They're lying, Zach.
Nah, like literally complain about it, but I don't know. I think he's definitely gonna be compromised tomorrow. Um, you know what? And I didn't watch it in live time because I was at work. So I went back and watched some of it this morning when I got up because I couldn't sleep. And I never felt like the Lakers was gonna win that game. I just never felt like they had control over that game, even before he got hurt. I just didn't think they had control over that game like that. And I didn't think them as a collective came out with enough urgency, in my opinion. Just the way the feeling of watching that game.
Yeah.
So now they got to win at home because if it goes 7, I don't see them winning in Chase. I just don't see it.
Yo, Zach, I gotta ask you too, because I get the Steve Kerr criticism. We talked about it yesterday. The only one who gets all the props, the only coach that doesn't get any real criticism from the fans right now, is like Miami and Pop isn't in the playoffs, but they get the whole, you know what I mean? Like, they get no
Yeah,
criticism basically. But with
yeah,
Steve Kerr, I want to say that the Warriors fans, and we don't like them for the most part, right? I'm
yeah.
gonna be straight up. I'm sorry, Zach. I grouped you in there. I don't like them for the most
No,
part.
I don't
And
like them. Most of them are weirdos. Like I don't like them at all. I have no problem saying that at all. Most of them are weirdos.
so me and Zach are on the same boat. But I think the criticism is, I want to say, is it somewhere in the middle, like you always say. It's somewhere in the middle with Steve Kerr
Yeah,
about the pick and roll with Steph or just the approach to the game. It does seem different every game. Or is it the players not executing?
I think it's sometimes both. I don't think a coach has a flawless game when they win. Just like I don't think a player has a flawless game and vice versa when they lose. I just think Steve Kerr understands Curry more than people realize. Curry understands Curry more than people realize.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole myth, again, it goes back to the whole argument. The Warriors are not better served with the ball in his hands the whole game, let alone a whole season into a playoff run like I've been trying to argue. They're just not. That's not. Steve Kerr, one of the things he recognized when he got there, he kept all of Mark Jackson's defensive principles, right? They kept all of that kind of stuff. But what he immediately recognized was, and Steve might not think about it like this, or maybe he do, or he won't say it publicly, that Steph Curry in a lot of ways is like Michael Jordan. And what I mean is, if I could put him in a system where we don't need him dominating the ball, not saying he can't do it, but he would be better served and the team would be better served to be in this system, that's what he did. And Curry appreciated it because, again, his best year in college, that's what that was. It was the same thing. So I think Kerr has always tried to stick to his guns and pull out the pick and roll and different things when he feel like it's it's needed to switch up the looks. But they won 4 championships with arguably 3 different iterations of this team.
Yeah.
With the one thing being in common, Steph, Draymond, and Clay. But since we talking about Steph, the main thing being Steph Curry with this system. So when I hear a fan base talking about him, I'm like, y'all are a bunch of weirdos. Like, I get if you want to question your coach, you upset, y'all might have
Yeah.
lost. But
Yeah.
to act like he's not one of the best coaches in the league and one of the best to ever do it is weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's too
It's
extreme.
like people want like results to be 100%. Like nobody can't fail in this league. Like nobody can't fail in life. It's like everything got to be 100% legit all the time. It don't work like that. We're all 3 of us are smart, but we all have flaws, and we make mistakes. It's life. But these people don't. These people don't understand. They are so delusional. It's like, wow. But I be hearing certain stories. I just be like, let me.
Flea, what up, brother?
Let me not chime in on this because these
What
people
up, Flea?
are crazy.
Yeah,
Flea said, "What's up, my brothers?
Yeah.
We aren't basketball purists, hate Warriors fans. Man, can we talk about Clay? He's been just plain bad this series. Not talked about because Jordan Poole's getting all the attention, and of course, I think deservedly so. I think you know what though, Flea. I'm sorry, Nick Pillow. Think about it like with Kawhi versus Kyrie. They're kind of similar with how they're missing in action, but off the court, Kawhi's so quiet he doesn't get the same smoke. So same thing with Clay and Draymond. Draymond's gonna get more of the attention because he's on a
Well, he
podcast
thought.
2 minutes
Yeah,
after the
he
game.
thought.
Yeah. So he's gonna get the smoke, but Clay, he keeps
Clay
it
just
cool.
goes and just minds his own business. Like he don't care. He just goes in. Oh,
That
go ahead.
that speaks to from this common sense part of how human beings work, right? Nobody's saying Clay is not deserving of criticism, but when you're not outside making a spectacle of yourself or drawing attention to yourself, people can use common sense and be like, well, Clay does coming off an ACL and Achilles, or Kawhi is always hurt because of different injuries. It's not because he's running his mouth or he's doing this or he's not working hard. People can sometimes separate the two if you're not making a spectacle of yourself. But if you're making a spectacle of yourself and you playing bad, nobody want to hear all that other stuff. But me personally, I'm not surprised. Clay had 2 major injuries.
Exactly.
Towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
And again, he wasn't a super athletic guy, but he was athletic enough, smart enough, understood angles, and then he's a bigger 2 guard where it made him a really good defender, but he didn't have athleticism to lose. He needed all his athleticism, and now it's a different game for him, but he has the same confidence. Yeah. He hasn't changed his confidence, so he thinks he's going to make every shot. And sometimes for the Warriors, it's been to their detriment. But I agree, he should get some criticism, but I think because he shuts his mouth and goes about his business, he's more likable. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
1000%. 1000%. But and to me, he's always been streaky. It's just that he got them legendary See, when they say would Klay Thompson and Draymond Green be the same players if they weren't on Golden State? No, they wouldn't be. Neither would Steph Curry, guys. Hate to break it to you. It's just a part of being on this run. You know what I mean? So a part of that is also Klay Thompson getting the Game 6 Clays.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah, but
that's
you can't call
his
Klay streaky though, because I believe he's like a career almost 45% 3-point shooter. That's not streaky. It's just that
so
when
you know
he
what?
gets
You're
hot,
right.
he gets real hot. It's just it's otherworldly. But I wouldn't say he was streaky, though. That's just my
great
opinion.
point. Great point, because that's the same thing like you said with Steph. He shouldn't be dominant on ball because he hasn't been typically big enough his whole career to handle that. But that's what we like when this era, they really don't understand that a jump shooting team, this is not normal. And they're not a typical jump shooting team. And at their peak, they all handle the ball, go to the basket, could shoot. So they had 3 different layers of scoring. It wasn't just jump shooting. And shooters typically are streaky in that way, where we remember those highs more than the lows.
Yeah.
So Klay Thompson having the Game 6 Klay, that's what we have a Game 6 Klay at. And so for him, an older version, after you said 2 crazy injuries, like not a broken elbow. No.
Like you're like, that's one of the reasons why I haven't played in 3 years. Because I thought I popped my Achilles. But I severely strained my quad like KD did. that's one of the reasons, because that's like the biggest fears of basketball player is popping your Achilles. So, I just think, to your point though, not that they wouldn't be good. I just think their careers will look, well, let's put it like this. I think those three playing together is like the cartoon we grew up on in the 80s. It's like Voltron. Like, it's some of the best things we've ever seen. I just think they have a different career trajectory if they don't play together. Not that they wouldn't have the same individual success. I think the team success will look different, possibly.
Yeah.
That would be my argument with those three if you split them up.
And also, it's also of course a testament to the general manager, the upper management.
Thing. Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. They wanted to trade Clay for Kevin Love, so that was one of those sliding doors moments where it's like, yo, if they would have done that, I don't know how that would have turned out.
Yeah,
you talking about
West
now less defense.
No.
Jerry West was the consultant. He was like, y'all are idiots if y'all do that.
Y'all bugging.
Really?
Y'all saying New York. Yeah, Jerry West told him not to do it. He had the last kind of, I don't want to say the last say so, but that's why they didn't do it. Jerry West was like, nah, basically like, y'all bugging if y'all do that, man. Y'all tripping. Tripping.
Jerry West, man, I might cop a Jerry West jersey, man. He's
arguably
Pat
one
Riley,
of the best judges of talent you've ever seen. Like, literally.
That's
like, just straight
Zach,
judges of talent.
Because everybody keeps saying Phil Jackson, no. The three best basketball careers outside of the obvious LeBrons and the Michael Jordans and all that: Pat Riley, Jerry West, Red Auerbach. Who's in this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Jerry never coached, so
he coached for a hot minute.
Right, he quit.
Yeah,
he was like, I can't do that. It's a different.
But he knew his strengths.
I would argue Phil Jackson is not the architect of a team, but he can run a team. He might be one of the best communicators we've seen at the pro level, which really matters at the pro level more than X's and O's, whether people want to believe that or not.
Yeah.
But
wait, hold on. Which is ironic when you have Phil and Jerry West on the Lakers and they hated each other because he was
when you think about it, when you think about it, it makes sense. Because one can really see talent and put it together. The one is just kind of like, he the guy, you give him the talent and he go do something great. It's a different process with that, thought process with that. That's why, that's an interesting comparison though. Because I think Red Auerbach, and you could argue Red Auerbach, Pat Riley are possibly in a class by themselves because they're the only ones to actually coach and have high-level success and then become a GM and run a team.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nobody else has done that.
So I put, damn, this is tough because Pat Riley's in the same conversation, but Jerry West is kind of like the LeBron of GMs or president of basketball operations, where wherever he goes, they're winning. I get Memphis didn't get the championship, but the Clippers, he just turned the Clippers around or helped turn the Clippers around. He just has that winning mode to him.
Yeah, somebody has said this. I don't know if it was on here or somewhere else. This is not my idea. That how, I think it might have been Dime. Was it Dime? But anyway, once he found out like Blake Griffin was kicking in with the Kardashians, out of there. Like, he was gone. Like, we going in another direction. Get him out of here. Like, little stuff like that, man. He just, and it's a guy on Twitter. I don't know if you follow Jason Levine. I think he wrote a book with Jerry West, or at least interviewed him. I forget now. But to hear him talk about Jerry West and his eye for talent and the different stories he shared, he's literally a special individual in that sense, man. And it's like, we're in that time, in that era now where a lot of them are older now. We're losing a lot of that, bro. Like, we're losing a lot of that. I don't know if you duplicate Jerry West as far as a player and what he's meant as like a administrator in the NBA. I don't know if you ever see that again.
No. Right, because again, that's what he has over Riley and Auerbach. Well, okay, I didn't coach, but y'all didn't play like this. Nah. I'm the logo, though.
Yeah,
I'm the logo.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Turbo.
I mean, look who he drafted Nick Van Exel late in the second round. Because Nick Van Exel was supposed to have been a high draft pick, but they said because of his attitude, the things that he was going through, GMs was scared to take a chance, and Jerry West was like, "What? They missed him? I'm
But you
taking
know what the
him."
connection? You know what the connection was with that?
What?
Where did Jerry West go to college, and where is he from?
He's from Virginia,
West Virginia.
West Virginia, but yeah, West Virginia, yeah.
Who's the coach at West Virginia now?
Bob Huggins, but Bob Huggins was coaching at Cincinnati at that time.
Right, but West Virginia is Bob Huggins' alma mater. That's where he went to
Oh,
college. That was the connection.
okay. That I
See, all
did.
Jerry
that
took.
stuff matters. See, anytime I talk to basketball people, bro, when y'all play ball, it's just different. That's the part y'all understand politics way more than the average
Well,
stat
because
geek.
I want to know. I want to know, Fabian, because sometimes it's not what people think it is. I want to know the behind the scenes story. I want to research everything.
Me
Because it's
too.
not just about the basketball part. That's what fans don't understand. There's
Yeah.
relationships, there's connections, it's
Mm-hmm.
favors that's owned. Did you go to this
Yeah.
college with my son? You
Yeah.
married my daughter. Like all that
Yeah.
stuff matters at the pro level. All that
And,
stuff.
and and Zach, you made a good you just made a good point because think about it because me and Ariel are from Queens. Lloyd Daniels got a shot to play for San Antonio, and guess who he was supposed to play for the late what's his name? Coach from UNLV, Tark.
Oh, Tarkanian.
So,
James
Yeah,
Tarkanian. Yeah.
Tarkanian was recruiting him to come to UNLV, but it didn't
Yep.
work out. But then when he got the Spurs job, he was like, "Nah, I want to give him a shot."
Yeah.
So, like we said, same connection.
So put it like this: if you think about the more successful people in life, when they had the connections along with the vision, those are your more successful people.
Yeah,
That's Jerry West in a nutshell.
yeah,
So when he
and I'm
speaks, I
also,
listen. Gotta
and I'm
listen.
also, I'm just down to give like all ball. I'm down. Shout out to all ball, man. We
Shout
holding
out
you
to
down,
all
baby.
ball.
Um, any smoke we could give Phil Jackson any given time, I'm down for it. Hiring Derek Fisher, you bum motherfucker. And then you have, I mean, he gave us Porzingis, but I got his jersey and all that still. But nah, man, how dare you ruin? Like you were the star. He's a part of the branding of the Knicks. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
to bring in Derek Fisher, like we just talked about, JJ Redick being a potential a head coach. I can see that. Like we've seen the potential in JJ Redick. We
Of
didn't.
course.
All we seen was Derek Bishop. And, it was the tabloid that got to him that we were learning about him. That's how he stayed relevant. But we didn't know anything about him. He wasn't on no podcast. To be honest, as a fan, that's major. As
Super
a fan,
major.
that's major to understand, right?
Yep.
But for them, it's always different. For them, it's
Yeah.
like now from the outside looking in, it's like if you hire this guy, none of us are ready. We're questioning your hiring.
yeah.
Oh,
Of course.
I gotta mute your mic, Zach.
Go ahead.
It's kind of a lot of
No, I got you. Hold on. I got you.
okay. So with Derek Fisher, I think, that's a major. Just like JJ Redick, it will be questionable. But as a fan, we see what he knows. With
Yeah.
Derek Fisher, we don't know you like that. So
Yeah.
it's a questionable hire. And on top of that, you double down. Why? Because he knows the triangle. In 2016, Spoelstra is doing a hybrid triangle in Miami. What the hell are you talking about? So any slander for Phil Jackson, we got to shoot it at him all day long. You ain't no
Nah,
Jerry West.
I ain't mad at it. I understand. I get it. And it shows you, again, talking about Steve Kerr, he knew he couldn't just run the triangle. We could take triangle principles.
Yeah.
We can't just run the triangle in today's game. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough.
You can sprinkle it a little bit because there's some teams that run it, but they don't run it to death. Like he really wanted the Knicks to run that offense to death, and it don't work like that.
But let me tell you something, man. If you in the New York area today and tomorrow, you better take your ass outside. Because boy, oh boy, there's a beautiful view. There are beautiful views you guys are missing out on here in the New York area. Who just popped in here? Rage Man. Oh shit, my bad, Rockstar. He probably been in for a minute.
No, it's
Add
good.
to
It's
the
good.
stream.
I've been listening.
Hold on, I gotta fix the view because then I can hear you. We can all hear him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
So I gotta fix the layout. Hold on, boom, and then go to the five man weave. Here we go. Where's Zach went?
You still here? He in the corner.
Well, I
His thing
can't
is
see
blacked
on
out.
it. I guess the light is shining on it. Pop was CIA. Always a deeper connection. What is an MK handler? What does that mean?
Oh, that go into some deeper stuff, man. I ain't trying to get into that.
Now, I mean, we got to do a deeper, darker all ball TV live at 2 a.m. when they're not
Yeah,
watching us
these not
on the
regular
low.
people. Like, I mean, yeah, we talked about it. We talked. Me and you talked about it a little bit yesterday with the coaching. Like, this is a fraternity. These not regular people. I mean, Phil Jackson. You go back. You do real deep research on Phil Jackson, where he was almost like everything was planned out. Like even the transition. I heard Skip Bayless talking about it even on one of his shows. He was like, after watching The Last Dance, it was almost like Phil Jackson was secretly planning against Michael Jordan to leave Chicago, knowing what was going to happen later in LA with Kobe and Shaq, them getting Shaq. That was almost like he knew that was going to happen.
I mean, I would too. Like Skip got a Michael Jordan agenda. Like, shut up, Skip. Wherever Michael Jordan's nuts were, that's where Skip Bayless was gonna be.
But
so,
you know what I always say makes it funny is growing up in Chicago, Skip Bayless used to write, here, I think it was for the Sun-Times or the Tribune, I forget which one. And he didn't like Michael Jordan. So it's been funny to kind of see how this is now because he was not a Michael Jordan guy like that. He wasn't.
In the 80s or?
No,
Yeah,
90s. Oh.
In the 80s and 90s. He wasn't a Mike guy like that. So it was kind of interesting to see how he's, kind of turned over the years. But the thing with Phil,
Hold on, Zach. Hold on. So I think now that you said that, it explains everything. Because if you see Skip now, he's trying to start to turn on LeBron. He's starting to like him. So
no,
afterwards,
he always liked LeBron. He just trolls sometimes. Yeah, he likes
no, not sometimes. No. He's doing exactly.
He's a fan of LeBron.
No, Rage Man. He's doing exactly what Zach is saying that he did to Michael Jordan, but 10 times worse.
It's almost
everybody's
the same
opinion
thing.
about
It's
LeBron James is about Skip.
Yeah, nobody remembers.
I didn't know the hell he was.
It was in print. He wasn't on TV. We kind of seen this all unfold, but him, Michael Wilbon, Tony Kornheiser, those were all respected, Jackie McMullen, respected writers. And those two, Wilbon and Skip, were in Chicago during those years. So I remember it vividly. But the thing about Phil, in The Last Dance showed it a little bit. People act like he just got Jordan and all this. Like, nah, he won a chip in the CBA.
Yeah,
he won a chip in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
He had the Red Holzman, the great late Red Holzman for the Knicks, had his stamp of approval and a couple other people.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause had an eye for talent and different things, and Jerry, the writing was on the wall. And I'm old enough to kind of remember that. Nobody felt like, if I look back in the moment, I don't remember exactly every detail, but I just remember the certain conversations. Nobody in Chicago felt like Doug Collins was the answer.
See, you see that comment right there, Fabian?
Man,
look, that just goes to prove. Like,
Skip was making money before LeBron. Come on,
no,
man.
but what I'm saying,
let's
he's
not make this about
discussing
LeBron. Skip was
every
making
day.
money
He know he
before
gonna
LeBron.
make paper.
Whoa, Rage Man, you're bugging.
I'm just saying,
he wasn't making.
Michael Jordan
Rage
was
Man,
there,
do me a favor.
Like LeBron put Skip Bayless on the map. That's cap.
He
was literally just talking about Michael Jordan.
Look, this is what I was talking about.
What?
Fabian, look, he don't like LeBron, but he discusses this man every day.
Every day.
They did research. Like most of his tweets about LeBron, a man he hates. You feel me?
So
Rage Man's wilding.
He doesn't hate him.
But look, that goes to show you what I was telling you about. Like, even though niggas don't like LeBron, you can't not have him on the platform, nothing on the what's it called?
Because he's the face of the league. That would just be dumb to not talk about him.
Rage Man ain't wilding though. He's not wilding.
He always wild. There's nothing new.
Skip
Man,
is a
whatever. That's your
Skip
opinion.
Skip is a respected
Rage Man, you're
journalist
bugging.
that had money, man. Skip was a respected journalist that had money. So let's not make it sound like LeBron.
Yo, can we all hear Zach good?
It sound like LeBron.
Yeah.
Bayless on or something.
Yeah, that's why I said
I can hear Zach. We're
not gonna make it sound like that. Like he put Skip Bayless on. He had a whole nother career. It's just that what happened was if you're my age, or let's say if you're 30 and under, you didn't grow up with the newspaper culture like that. You grew up with what you see on TV now. So in your mind, you think he was already established. And actually, comes from kind of a famous family. Like his brother is one of the top chefs in the country. Jordan Ramsay, not Jordan Ramsay. I just saw him on my show. God, what's his brother's name? He got several restaurants in big time cities.
And I'm a journalist, so I respect Skip Bayless come up.
Yeah, I mean, all of them were well established, you know, award winning writers that they put a camera in front of and changed how we consume media.
Yeah,
literally.
Exactly. So when people say that, like Rockstar, like he's trying to imply, like that's just, and I think you old enough to know that, but that's just crazy that you will say that, like you apply, like LeBron put him on.
Rockstar can't. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I want to know who the hell Skip Bayless was if it wasn't for LeBron. Because first taking everything to
you. A lot of people.
Yeah, but that's and mostly everybody. We wouldn't know. He's a household name damn near because of that.
Okay. It depends again on what your age is. It depends on what your age is.
That's just a indication of what you know. If you don't know, that's cool. But don't make it seem like it's a fact because you don't know.
Don't know. Oh, but what is this big? But the point is that the reason why this is a big deal is because he's a hater. He made his life off hating. He's
not a hater.
Point blank.
Not a hater. He's a troll. He's on TV.
So now I'm not gonna lie. It's a mix.
What is a troll?
Yo, it's a mix. He hates, but some of the shit he say be facts. He'll say, yo,
of course.
Exactly.
He'll say, yo, how you comparing LeBron to Jordan? He's 4 for 23 in the last 2 minutes. You can't compare him. Like he'll come with some facts. I give Skip that. He'll come with some real facts that he'll do it. Like he's a journalist. He'll do his real research and come up with reasons behind. Like, damn.
Nah. The way that works. And again, I read Stephen A. Smith's book. There was a real problem when Richard Sherman went up there and sunned him. That was a real issue for them. They didn't want Skip Bayless to look a certain way. He has to look a certain way for them to win, and they knew that because they're marketing that every day on social media.
Right.
So to say all that,
I agree with that.
So this is all big business,
bro. It's television.
Oh, let's, Rage Man, we're not. The difference is you're saying LeBron didn't make him. LeBron made the Skip Bayless that we know right now. That newspaper writing dude was nobody to us.
Right.
Like he wasn't no bad. He wasn't Jeff Pearlman. He wasn't a real guy that we respected like that. That follow the team and we give them that respect. Get out of here with Skip Bayless.
Yo, I could guarantee you if Skip Bayless is not up there screaming and wilding about LeBron every day, the ratings and the money's going way down.
I disagree with that last point.
Wait, but hold on. Wait.
He wrote for one
everybody,
of the major
wait. Hold on. Zach, I'm not trying to cut you off. But let's not act like there wasn't a whole portion of LeBron's career where the entire media hated him. It wasn't until LeBron went back to Cleveland when he got in the media good graces. Everybody hated LeBron. He just stuck to it, quote unquote.
1000%. Still, there's still a portion that hate him.
Everybody that liked LeBron then, I'm gonna put like 70% you hated him back in 2011. So let's not count.
Top Flight Jeezy. What up, Jeezy? He said security makes a valid point. I think that's you, Zach.
Oh shit! Damn!
Oh, he called me security.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, listen, we ain't playing around with y'all. Keep playing with Zach and see what happens. Run up on security and see what happens. Well, yo, so Zach, what do you disagree with the last take? That he was respected as far as a journalist.
Yeah, he was. He was one of the best journalists in the country. I mean, he wrote for one. I mean, Chicago's a major city. I can't remember which one now. I think he wrote for the Sun Times. It was either Sun Times
the LA
or
Times too. He wrote for the LA Times and
I just think
Dallas.
He had two separate careers. I do agree with you though. His career he has now was heavily made off the back of LeBron James. I agree with that.
Whose wasn't at that time? That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, and that's why I agree with Rage Man because even me, as a content creator, you're a fool if you don't talk about LeBron once a week, if not every other week.
Come on, man. Yeah. That's just nonsense. He the face of the league. Imagine you on TV and you're not talking about the biggest person on the product that you're talking about. That's just nonsense.
No, but I also think that the point that was made originally was he made this version of Skip. He made him millions. He ain't never seen this kind of money. He ain't never seen this kind of power. None of this. Like Skip got power now. He didn't have this kind of power 20 years ago. He didn't. For him to go on first take, if he wants to, when he was a free agent, that was a major thing between Fox and ESPN.
Him going to Fox, that was a big move. He the face of Fox in sports.
So there's no way you could tell me his life ain't way more comfortable now because of LeBron. LeBron is a major, just like they were licking Michael Jordan in the 90s, way too much. If you spoke bad about him, they had to kiss his ass. It's a different kind of media, to your point, where you got to talk about LeBron in different kind of ways now. And if you hate on him, you do get more love now. As opposed to the 90s.
I can put substance on everything I say about LeBron. Everything. So.
But I think, you don't have him in your top 10 because that's already crazy.
No, it's not. I literally can't say the reasons why because it's so extensive. You would have to go through my page and thoroughly look through it. There's so many reasons why he's not.
Nobody's going to do that.
Overrated. He is a media creation. Remember, LeBron James, there was no athlete. He's basically the first athlete in a social media era. There's literally been no athlete of the way he was promoted. There's never been an athlete like that before or since.
That makes it harder.
Most of his career is marketing. That's it. He was called the king before he touched the court. How are you the king of the NBA before you touched the court? He didn't make the playoffs for the first 2 years.
You don't agree he met those expectations?
No, he did not because he said he was going to win 8 rings and he only won 4. He said it came out his mouth.
Wait, man, we're done with that because I'm not getting into whether my point is my point is straight
LeBron
up.
Did not live up to expectations to what he said. He said he was going to win 8 championships.
But I ain't going that route because of course. And then just defending Skip Bayless. Raymond is a slick dude.
I'm not.
All my whole point is
not right now.
My point with that was just straight up his digital TV career is 100%. I want to say 99.9% LeBron.
Again,
period. Without him, not happening.
You making my point. You making my point, Fabian. I just said LeBron was the first athlete of this social media era. Who wasn't? You're making my point.
Yo. You sound stupid. When LeBron first got in the league, it was no social media. How do I sound stupid? Was no social media. It came in the league 2002, stupid. 2003.
MySpace didn't exist in 2003.
But chill out, Mel. Chill out, because now you calling stupid.
Wait. Mel.
Anything that would make no sense. What social media was out in 2003?
Fabian, let me
respond.
What
social media was out in 2003?
Let me respond to him. So, Mel.
You was barely born.
No. Let me answer the.
MySpace wasn't social media.
He's talking because he know he's wrong. He know he just messed up. So MySpace, none of those things existed in 2003.
Nobody posts basketball clips on fucking MySpace.
Answer the question. You said social media didn't exist. So in 2003, no social media platforms existed. That's what you're saying.
He definitely played, and it's more so the internet era, really.
Exactly.
If we're gonna keep it just, it's more so like LeBron.
Media, Fabian. MySpace is social media. That wasn't social media.
MySpace is hold on. MySpace is definitely social media now.
All right. Yes. Okay. Wait. You could post no videos. There was no videos in that. It was only pictures.
It's social media.
Right. But hold on. Look. Hold on.
Semantics.
Yeah, exactly. Listen. Because that ain't even the point. The point is that Bill Simmons made his way up in this era, in the internet era. He's the biggest. He might be the biggest journalist in the internet era ever. If I can say that.
If not one of. He had a .com website, like writing when nobody else did. You know, he was that guy. The sports guy.
Right.
That was his thing.
Right.
You know how I found out about LeBron?
So,
I found out LeBron in the Slam magazine, not social media.
Bro. You literally, I don't think you think before you talk, bro.
Yo, shut up. What are you talking about?
You just called me stupid and you just said social media didn't exist in 2003. That's hella wrong. What are you
y'all listen, hold on. Y'all listen, do y'all want to have a little sidebar?
No, he called me stupid. I just had to.
He's really stupid, bro.
Yeah, so I said, no, you got to chill out with all that.
Nah, I mean it. I don't like him at all. I don't even know him. I don't even like people that I don't like.
Hold on, I can't hear y'all. So look,
I can hear them.
We moving on along with this bullshit. That's what LeBron does to y'all.
Nah, that's what LeBron do to him. That's what LeBron do to him. He just spewing nonsense.
Look, another NBA player that's not supposed to be in the league, according to this buzzer, had 21 points last night. Talk about that.
Yeah, we did talk about him, Mel. I think you missed that part. What did you feel about that, Mel?
No, not him.
No, wait until. Who, Rage Man?
Yeah,
What
what
did you
is your
feel about
opinion
his
on
21 points, Raymond?
that? About a nigga
21
who's
points from
so
who?
underrated, so overrated, and shouldn't be in the NBA.
Bro, what are you so triggered about? Is Draymond and LeBron your daddy, bro?
Just answer. Watch your mouth. That's what
No,
you're
you
going to
call
do.
me
You're going to watch
stupid.
your
I'm on
mouth.
your head, bro. You
Watch
call
your
me a
mouth.
We
name.
gone.
Watch your mouth, little boy.
Nah, you call me a name. Watch your mouth. I'm a grown
Watch your
man, bro.
mouth.
I'm 24 years old.
Damn, did I just miss the fireworks?
I guess so. Y'all got to chill out, man.
What happened to Zach?
Y'all can't.
Are you in the middle?
Zach had enough of that shit.
Is that a green?
Now I'm in the middle. Zach had enough of that shit.
Are you in the middle of New York City right now?
Yeah, I'm on Fifth. It's Fifth and Broadway.
That's beautiful, man.
Are you guys gonna calm down? Because if not, I can't let you back in.
What happened? No,
Ray, LeBron. We say when you mention LeBron, you know how they go. You're going to respect LeBron when he retires.
What's Rockstar?
Who's at Nick? I think he's in. I'm just gonna read the. And my man Jeezy, Bronx in the BX in the building. Laugh out loud at Nick.
I respect LeBron. I don't necessarily like him anymore, but I respect him.
Okay. At Nick, Rage is bugging. What the F?
What was the argument before I came in? Can I at least chime in?
I was saying LeBron made Skip Bayless's digital career, his TV career, basically. And then it went into, of course, he's the biggest star ever. Yeah, you're right, Rage, man. It did start when he called you stupid, but we got to chill out and keep it pushing. Hold on. LeBron. Let's read the comments real quick, Dime. Hold on. You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you now. It's just for a second the sound kind of got cut off on my end.
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably me. Rage, what the F? We're that dude from the Apollo with the cane. Get Rage out. That's what Rage does. MySpace is one of the OGs of social media. Very true.
Yes.
Shit getting spicy. I love this.
I'm like Jeezy's over there with two girls
Hold on.
Listen to us.
Let's see. Let's get Zach back in here. Are you guys gonna play nice or we gotta kick you out again?
I'm good, bro. He called me
good.
stupid,
Thank you,
bro.
Rage, man.
Like, I gotta then I ask him a question and then he start going crazy.
Yeah, but you gotta move. Rage man, gotta move past it.
Nah, bro.
Move past
I
it.
play fire with fire sometimes. He takes shots at me way too much, bro. You gotta show me some respect.
So moving on means to stop talking about it. Move on.
Yeah, let's leave it alone.
I ain't trying to hear nobody.
No, it's not gonna apologize. I don't think we gotta keep it pushing and stop being triggered by LeBron, guys.
Bro,
And
I just
Skip
asked a
Bayless.
question about Draymond Green. I went on to the next topic. I brought up Draymond Green.
What about him?
We talking about Draymond Green. We talking about Skip Bayless.
Nah,
That
real
topic
Rage man.
is over because of you.
Rage man,
The
we
topic
talking
is
about
over.
Draymond. All right, so we could go. Y'all can go. Y'all can
What
leave,
I
bro.
think
I'm not
about
with this
Draymond
shit.
Green, 20 points, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Why he can't do this more? He should be doing that. He should.
Who? Draymond?
Yes. Like, what are you saying? You saying that like that's a milestone for him? Getting 20 points is a milestone. That's a career milestone for Draymond Green.
I wasn't
What are
saying
you saying? Like,
I wasn't saying nothing. I just asked the question, brother man. Relax.
I'm asking you, like, what was the
question?
point of bringing it up? He's supposed to do that.
Because you said this man was trash and he don't belong in the NBA. In the big game, he's scoring 21
Congrats.
points. Somebody who's
You're
trash.
supposed to do that. You're a max
All right, next
player,
topic,
right?
Fabian.
Like, come on, man. What are you saying?
Fabian, next topic.
That was a topic. Draymond, why did the Lakers win? Are you triggered by watch him out? Why are you triggered by Anthony Davis' injury? That was a real topic too. Me and Zach talked about that already.
See, look, when I came on here, Zach said the same thing. He said, Mumbo, when you played the doctor, and I'm like, yo, I've been through that. I blacked out. I had a concussion. I blacked out. Zach said the same thing. Like, yo, stop acting like it's not a head injury. And I said, I feel bad. He was like, nah, I'm telling you, that's a different ball game, bro. You get hit in your head.
Yeah. Yo, Zach, last and Rage Man and Turbo was there and Dom Dropper. We posted right after the game. Some doctor goes online on YouTube and he diagnosed everything. And he was saying like, yo, he thinks Anthony Davis got bad luck and he's not injury prone. I'm like, nah.
It's both.
Nah. Yeah.
One of them IG doctors.
It's both. But I've said it when I made the video about him earlier this year, and I know it as a thinner built guy. If at 6'3", my best weight is anywhere between 185, 188. I get to be 195, 200. My knees start hurting. I don't move the same. And I think a lot of it starts with AD's preparation on and off the court, and the fact that he's easily 35 pounds heavier than when he was at his best in New Orleans. I think that's where it all starts and ends with him. So I think the truth is in the middle. I don't think he puts the work in. I know he doesn't. Again, I'm not gonna give up everything, but I know his people. I know people. He doesn't work
But
hard the same way off the court to take care of his body like other
but
top
Zach,
stars. He doesn't.
Zach, to play devil advocate or to disagree, he was getting hurt in New Orleans as well. He's been getting hurt his whole career, bro.
But not to this extent. It seems like since he's been to the Lakers, he's missed huge chunks. He only missed huge chunks in New Orleans when they sat him down because he wanted to be traded.
They said they put up a stat. He's only played 44% of his games, and half of those.
Wait, in the Lakers or his career?
His career. He's played 44 of his available games. He's been available. He played 44% of them.
That cannot be true.
And I'm trying to tell you, you think I made it up, bro?
But what they did was they combined his whole career. I would love to look at
I think
the New Orleans career by itself and the Lakers career by itself, and then tell me what's the percentage of games he played.
But he's never missed a full season. There's no way he's played less than half of the games of his career. That's impossible.
No, I think that is true.
It can't be true.
Yeah.
It can't be true.
Because Kawhi played like
somebody have a computer.
Because out of all Kawhi's games, I think he like in the 30% of the
guys.
games
No,
played.
you don't. No. Even Kawhi's played the majority of his games.
No, he's in the 30s. He's missed most of his games.
Here,
so
30% sounds crazy.
Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I looked it up.
Look, it's crazy with me and him agreeing.
If you look at his New Orleans career,
that means I'm not. That means I gotta listen to Zach right now. That's the hell that means. I need some real information.
If you look at his New Orleans career, his rookie year, 64 games. The next year, 67, 68, 61, 75 back-to-back. And then there's 56 because he was going to be traded. That was mainly what that was. He gets to the Lakers, 62, 36, 40, and 56. So to my point, I'm not even a math guy like that. I can just look at it. The reason why the percentage is so low is because the bulk of it is in his LA years. He didn't really become injury prone like that until he got to LA. And again, it's not about disagreeing. I know what I know. He's from my city. I know people. He does not work on his body the same way. Jabari Parker is in the same book. Yeah, they might go play basketball and do different things, but they don't train and work on their body the same way as how his teammate does. He doesn't.
Zach, why do you think that is, though? I feel like it should have been opposite. You hooping with LeBron, who's opposite of that.
No, because people are what they are. Male, people are what they are. You got to understand. I've told this story several times. Nobody knew who Anthony Davis, the reason why he's not respected in Chicago like all the other people, because he was nothing in high school like that. Nobody respected him like that. He grew overnight, had a birthday, as me and my guy like to say, at an AAU tournament, and became the #1 player in the nation. So this wasn't something that was brewing all these years. He had to recruit his friends to come to high school so they could have a high school team where he went to. It's called Perspectives now, but if you're a Kanye fan, he shouts it out and drives slow. He said, I went to Calumet, the home of the Stones. That's Calumet High School. That's where AD went. But when it became a charter school, it became completely different. So I believe now that he's this big superstar, where was he going to pull this from? He's a very introverted. He's a very introverted kid.
No, this is great information for real, right?
I never heard, I know he was from Chicago, but you just made a great point. Like, everybody that's from Chicago, a basketball player in the NBA, that's like part of their identity.
Yeah, he wasn't a highly recruited prospect until the summer of his junior year. That's when he blows up. It's very different than everybody else that you guys may be familiar with that's from Chicago, like Quentin Richardson, Dwayne Wade, even Eddie Curry, a Will Bynum, a Sharon Collins that played at Kansas. Like, all these people, Tony Allen, all these people were like high school touted. He wasn't that. So I'm not surprised he is how he is, because I also know his personality. So it don't matter who you're around. Sometimes people are who they are. It is what it is. Yeah. And I still think he weighs too much. It's too heavy.
He's missed
200. I think his bones, it's something wrong. It's like, oh no.
So even if we go down the list of superstars, right? Let's name, if we try to go down through 10 of them, if we want to put Anthony Davis in that category, you got Joker doesn't look like he really, I don't know if he works out, but he doesn't get injured like that. Luka, Anthony Davis, and who else stands out that really wouldn't take care of their body?
Zion. He too big.
Damn.
He too big. He's
still
too big.
Right. Right. Because Z always says that. So that's 3. Let's say 10 to 15 superstars that are box office that draws the
Or I
crowd.
even throw another one in there, an all-time great. Shaq's body started breaking down once he kept getting bigger and bigger. Even him being as big as he was too heavy. It's a correlation, man. You playing basketball, not football.
Anthony
And
Davis.
that's a full threes. It's a full, my bad, Dom. It's a full 360 because we just talked about the thing that the common thing between Kareem, LeBron, and Jordan, the top 3 guys in anybody's book right now. Yo, these guys are health nuts. All they ever mentioned is working out in the off season. They're dieting. LeBron is what, $1 million workout plan in the off season. Kareem eats fish.
I think it's 4
It's
million.
different approaches though. It's different approaches too. Like, yeah, Jordan was a workout nut, but he also rested. Like, he didn't play basketball. Did he play basketball on the regular? Well, I know these players back then, they got some sort of rest. They wasn't playing basketball all year.
He did when he was younger, but I would say because it was
That's
nothing
a big
when
part of it, how you recover.
Yeah, it was nothing to see Mike playing in the playgrounds in the 80s. He stopped, and then he played in the original Pro-Am that was at Chicago State when Terry Cummings and Isaiah Thomas was still playing at that level. But by the time 89, 90 hits, and it looks like they about to start winning chips, all he played was golf in the offseason, and then he will have private workouts where he would call different guys. I forget the gym they was at before, Hoops the Gym. But that's when you hear about Hoops the Gym and Jamal Crawford, told the stories, and then he helped Tim Grover get Attack Athletics, and the rest is history. But yeah, he didn't stop. He stopped playing probably like 90 and started really resting and playing golf. But he always trained. I know that for a fact. And then he had his camp where he would play at his camp. Like, that was part of his camp where he would play. They'll have a separate game at lunchtime and all that kind of stuff. So
and it's different approaches again, Fabian. Like Kareem, he would do yoga and karate. Tim Duncan would swim. Like, it's just different approaches. Like, I guess everybody think, well, to like the Larry Birds and the Magics, they would just play basketball all year. Like, imagine if they had training, like they would do some of those things, implemented those things in their career.
Steve Nash is another guy that I read about or heard about would sit his teammates down at dinner and you're like, no, you ain't eating that. You got to eat this. I don't know if I'm going to pass the baton to you because Dom, you wanted to chime in on that. Michael Jordan made Tim Grover famous. I don't know if you want to chime in on that topic, Dom, but you wanted to say something.
I was going to say that Anthony Davis has missed 222 games in his career. That is not 44%. It's impossible, as I said. Just saying.
How many games you play?
A lot more than 222.
Oh.
Or 200, think about it. You play 82 in a season.
Yeah.
So he's easily played double that.
Yeah.
So are they? But they're in trouble. If there's no AD, they're not winning. That's bottom line.
He's gonna play. I don't know.
He's playing. He's playing.
He's gonna play.
He's gonna play.
McManaman said there's no chance he misses the game.
So he's playing.
Yeah,
he's playing.
He's expecting. He's expecting for.
Not gonna miss it for the world.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, he's playing, but is he gonna play? Is he gonna show up?
Yeah, facts. He's made a good point. He's made a good point. Yeah.
Cause hold on, yo, Zach, you forgot what you said 2 episodes ago?
What?
Zach, AD is due to not show up today, so we're gonna see what we get in Game 6.
You're not wrong. I mean, he played really decently yesterday before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, did you feel like they was gonna win that game? No, I just never felt like the Lakers was gonna win that game.
Never. The Warriors are playing too well. See to me, when Draymond's looking at the basket, everything changes for the Warriors. Like, he's the key. When he looks at the basket, everything changes. And I'm also so impressed with how consistent Wiggins has been. Like, dude, LeBron cannot score on him. Like, it's bad. Like, he needs to get anyone else on him. Like, I don't know how many buckets he scored on him the entire series. Like, you got to give a shout out to Wiggins. Wow. How great of a defender he's become. Yeah. And how consistent he is. I really like him.
What did Steph finish with?
20, what was it, Rage? 28, 26?
Yeah, something like that.
He had like 10 assists, I think, right? He had like a double. He was a double. I think he was in the doubles, I think.
Yep.
I just think I said that Dime, that's the recipe for the Lakers, is to make him a distributor, not a scorer. And when he's scoring,
he had eight
they're so hard to beat when he's scoring. Because he just puts so much pressure on the defense.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think
Wait,
that
someone just
but
said
it's
Aiden's out.
also
Is this true?
Aiden?
Jamal Murray, non-COVID related illness, is questionable for the game tonight.
Oh
Jeez.
wow.
In
I really
Phoenix.
hope it's not. They need. I want to see the series end. Actually, you know what? If it goes to 7, I'm not tripping either. But
Yeah.
that makes me a little nervous. I need Denver to. If I can get them to win in 6, that'll be nice. I got $50 on this.
Hey Dom, we was talking about this.
I don't mind.
We
And
were
I don't
talking
like-
about this yesterday, Dom. This was my opinion on the rest of the playoffs. Well, we were saying like how this decade is going to be like the 70s, and it's going to be the most parity that it ever has been. Do you think any team that wins the championship this season is going to win it again next year?
That's a really actually an interesting question, because with the contracts and like the lack of like certain guys just being loyal to one organization, it's very hard to build that continuity and I think that's also part of the reason why we don't have that many great teams. We have a lot of good teams, but like back in the day when I was growing up, like, and even when you guys are growing up, like you had to beat a team usually. I guess you could say that's the Warriors this season, but they've been a little dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Where they had an established core with a superstar, and like they had been through the ringer together. Like you had more than just 1 or 2 years. Like you really had to beat them.
Yeah.
San Antonio, Dallas with Dirk, Kobe with the Lakers, in Chicago with Mike in the 90s. But like at least for the Spurs, they had their for 20 years. Like you had to go through them or the Lakers at some point.
Yeah.
We don't really have that same team. I guess you could say it's the Warriors right now.
Oh, and
But,
the Bucks too. The Bucks been kind of up for a while.
Yeah,
I did say that if any team, the Bucks already has one. They're going to be one of the only the franchises to win multiple championships in this decade.
You're right.
It's going to get worse though with the new CBA.
Yeah, the new CBA is anti-dynasty. So
Yep.
we'll see. I think, though, I will say this, Ray. The best team that has a chance to go back-to-back next year, I would say, are between Boston, Philly, and Denver.
I can see Boston doing it. I
That's
can see
about
Boston going back-to-back. If they like
The
lock
only reason
in.
I give Denver a shot is if you give Jokic, if they actually get over the hump and they know they can do it,
Yeah.
there are certain players like
That
AD.
championship confidence is different. Facts.
Exactly. But the only time I've ever been wrong about championship confidence is AD after the bubble. I thought he was going to come out and like actually like take the reins.
Snap. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, facts.
He did the every other game thing. This is what I tried to tell Fabian, but he was like, no, but in the playoffs against Phoenix, he was amazing on defense. I'm like, dude, I get it. In the playoffs, he was amazing on defense. But in the regular season, it was every other game again. And LeBron was actually playing better than him before Solomon Hill fell on his ankle. That was when LeBron was like, pushing the MVP narrative hard for him that year. Year 18. Yeah, that's all I got.
No, I agree with Ray's, man, because I said at the beginning of the season that this was everybody could beat everybody. Every team has some type of flaw. Denver's flaw is the guard play, because you have a stud down there in Jokic. And I think even if it goes 7, I still have Denver. I haven't lost confidence. I think this could be the series that when Denver is having their championship parade, you look back at and say they got tested. It wouldn't be the first time a champion got tested. Very few champions walk through the playoffs like the Lakers did that one year. It just doesn't happen like that. But I think I agree. Denver, Boston, Philly too, but does Harden want to stay?
I don't think Harden got the
has
endurance
stay.
to do that. I don't think Harden got the endurance.
I think he does though. I think he's figured out how to play with Embiid finally, because 2 things was going on with Harden in my opinion: playing with Embiid, and then playing for a guy like Doc, who's just not creative offensively. You know what I'm saying? Like I always look at Mike Malone in Denver, and then look at Doc and Embiid, right? And then to give an example, Game 3, the last game in the beginning of the third quarter, Mike Malone draws up dime a double stagger floppy set for Jokic to come off and catch it at the free throw line and knock down a jump shot. When has Doc ever designed anything close to that? You know, it's just so I think Harden has to fight 2 different things, and I think he's figured it out and he's paced himself. So as long as he's healthy and wants to be there with Embiid in his prime, they're always going to be in championship contention. The question is that what James Harden ultimately wants to do for James Harden? Or does he want to go back to Houston for whatever reason James Harden wants to go back to Houston?
So
That's the question.
What do y'all think about this because unlike the 70s, it was more organic. Like you just had teams spread everywhere, like the Wizards and the Supersonics. But what do y'all think
Also,
about
too,
this
Rage, you had a bunch of guys
manipulated?
in the ABA too.
Yeah,
You had a
facts,
bunch of
that
talent in
too,
the
that
ABA.
too.
Dom can speak to that.
Good point, great point. What do y'all think about this manipulated parody with the CBA?
Parody?
Like with the CBA, like we were talking about.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how much I like it.
I think it's a natural thing.
The CBA is going to make it to like we were saying, like it's anti-dynasty. Not that I'm against parody, but the CBA is going to, discourage that.
But I think they got to deal with the times now. Like the one thing nobody's talking about is that now players, if I'm not mistaken, and Zach, we got to look into this, and everybody, they can actually invest in their own team now. They weren't able to do that before. So in this new contract, they're gonna be able to make money off their team. If you're in a bigger market like New York, if you're incentivized to come here because of the MSG networks. Don, with Clippers Vision, players are more incentivized to go to LA and play for the Clippers because they have an investment with. And look, you got Steve Ballmer. You got the perfect guy to bridge the gap between information with the stock market, technology, for the team, and just being a great ball player who wants to make more money.
Yeah. And getting ready to have 125 bathrooms in the arena.
Yeah, well, but isn't it though to limit big spenders?
That's a good question though, Don.
Details in the CBA.
I don't know all the details either because I'm curious to know how the ownership thing is really played out. I've seen a couple people who I follow either on LinkedIn or Instagram that talk kind of the financial side of sports, kind of say what Fabian is saying, implying that, for example, if Chris Webber, they gave the example of Chris Webber would have took a percentage of the Kings when he first got there. And then when the Malou sold it, he would have made like 5 times what he made as a player or something. So I have seen people float that out there, but I don't know how 100% true that is. Like, do you get 5% of your contract in that? Are you signing a deal? Like, because to Dom's point, it was to prevent like the Warriors being the Warriors. That's why Draymond, he could say what he wants, but that's why Draymond's upset because that almost basically took the Warriors off the table for him because he's going to want his money.
That was the reason he pushed KD out. He wanted to get paid. They was going to pick. He had to force KD hand because they were going to pick KD over Draymond.
No, I think he didn't force KD out. I think KD wanted out regardless.
He was leave
that's
anyway.
A separate topic.
No, but he was going to leave anyway. But Draymond, that incident was the straw that broke the camel's back.
But it's the writing's on the wall. The expansion is there, and again, Zach, we talked about it last night. There's never been a bigger talent pool ever in the history of the NBA. It's international. All we're gonna miss, the only next level now is Mars and the rest of the universe. That's the only way this thing gets bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the deal's in place. That CBA deal's in place to have the 2 superstars because that's really what you want. And it's incentivized for the bigger superstars to go to New York and LA and Chicago because they're gonna have the bigger market, and Boston. And remember, these are also the cornerstone, the franchises of the league, right?
Yeah,
Boston, LA, the Knicks, what they say, right? So now remember, the Lakers and the Knicks are the biggest. Well, the Golden State Warriors are the biggest team in the league now, $6 billion.
Bulls still.
So now, right, and again, that's what Draymond is mad about. That CBA also penalizes teams. I can see 4 new teams: Mexico City, Vancouver, Seattle, St. Louis. You ain't mentioned Las Vegas.
St. Louis need a basketball team. I'll go to every game. We need
the
St. Louis Spirits or something.
You know the great.
But Mexico City is I think Mexico City is either Mexico City or Vegas got to be next.
Yeah, you out in St. Louis, Rage Man?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Yeah.
You should link up with our boy the Great. I feel like you guys would get along.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on some of your videos. Yeah, I don't think I've spoken to him before though.
You guys would like each other, I think. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? You guys know Aiden's out with rib contusion tonight?
Aiden is out?
Yeah, as of 15 minutes ago.
What?
Big time. So now they only got KD.
I think I'm in a bad spot.
Damn.
So y'all can hear me good?
One hell of a bruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good, Fabian.
Which,
Yeah, you
which
good?
hit
You
was
good?
it?
They said a rib contusion. That must be one hell of a bruise.
Which hit was it?
I don't know. If they say a rib, what, he broke some ribs?
No,
They
just
would have just said he
contusion.
broke ribs.
A
I don't
rib
remember him.
contusion.
Dude, it's weird. Is it just me or does it seem like we have so many more injuries where we don't even see when it happens today?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I played with bruised ribs before. It's very painful. It's just a pain. I don't want to say he's
Downplay
not can't play. Yeah, but it's really a pain tolerance thing unless you broke some. Because
Yeah, I
every
don't
time
know.
you take a breath, it hurts.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds
Like
bad.
literally
I've never had a
every
rib
time.
injury before.
Yeah, every time you take a regular breath, it hurts. Let alone when I was playing. I just took a bunch of Tylenol to get through the game.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I hope this is the end of the line for Phoenix, but like, I just know that Devin Booker tonight is probably gonna have a big game. I can't
Top
think
flight.
both of them are gonna have a big game.
Top Flight G's, we gotta shout him out. That's my man from the BX. You kidding me? He says Mexico until they kidnap an NBA player. But yo, Mexico City, they got 25 million. I think 25 million people over there. So
well, they got a G League team now. They got a G League team there now. Yeah, they had a G League team there this year. Yep.
I'm trying to think how that's gonna work with these new teams. Like, how's that gonna work with the play-in? Like, this all over the place, man. Like Adam Silver, this is I was alive during a decent portion of Stern's tenure, but this is one of the worst commissioners in sports history. Like, in fact,
Yo, Rage Man and Dom are two young men yelling at the clouds. Like they got the old man yelling at them. They two young men. Like, yo, shit changes, bro. Big business is big business.
I despise Adam Silver's NBA. I despise everything about it. I could write an essay.
It's trash. It's all about money.
It's always been about money.
Wait. You know what's crazy? Players getting paid more now than ever, and they're not drawing as much money. That's just bad.
Who's
business.
not drawing it? No, the NBA is making the most money they've ever made.
How so? Like, not by TV.
Not on TV, but because of everything else. You know, like social media and all this stuff. Like in today's day and age, like look at the TV contract, man. Like
it's the number one sport consumed by people under 25 by far. Like it's not even close.
I just think
they're watching highlights. They're watching on YouTube. They're not watching games.
Those highlights, those millions of views the NBA YouTube channel gets, like that, all that shit adds up. Like
facts.
And plus, like even local ticket price. I mean, it may vary by city, but like I'll give you an example. Like the Lakers 10 years ago, were known to have very expensive tickets. Like, do you guys remember how in the 2008 season the Hornets and the Lakers were like battling it out like the whole season for who would be first?
Mm-hmm.
I went to my first Laker game in the 100 section in 08. It was the biggest game of the season. It was about $150. Nowadays, you know, it's a worse Laker team than 2008. You go to a game in that section and a big game like that, you're paying upwards of $300. Like, it's just everything. Like, that's still probably just inflation in general. It's not just NBA. But
I mean, how comfortable do y'all feel paying Jason Tatum $318 million over 5 years now that he's been out in the NBA?
That's wild.
Bro,
I think you thinking. I mean,
I'm paying Jason Tatum though. He actually is one of the guys that pay. You know,
I'm just throwing out the numbers though.
Wait. Real teams. So with these players having the eligibility to get this amount of money, are teams getting are the owners are they getting more spending money? Like, how does that work? Like, because I'm thinking that
everyone's getting paid.
Everybody is getting paid. Oh, okay. But I still gotta.
Hey, Fabian, your background noise done got worse. What you doing?
Yeah.
Shit. No, my bad. I'm trying to go in and out. I forgot to shut the mic off.
Are you at a cafe or something? Are you at a cafe or something?
Nah,
I'm outside.
Yeah, I'm outside. I should get. Are
you at a cafe or something?
No, I'm not. I should go to Starbucks.
But I was saying, like Zach was saying, like if you get a contract like that, like Dame, for example, I always say Dame don't want to win the championship. Whenever he talk about winning the championship, I don't listen to it because when you sign a $200 million 6 years, you're hampering your team. You're not going to get anybody. So you signing that contract, not saying that you shouldn't have, you're signing that contract, that's guaranteeing that you get no help.
Well, let me play devil's advocate for you, right? let's say he don't sign the crazy amount. He just take a really good amount, but not the crazy amount. They make the moves and they still don't win it, or something happens, somebody get hurt. I just think to say he don't want to win, I don't think that's totally accurate. I think he wants to win championships. I think he wants to compete, but he also realizes that this is a job and this is generational wealth. And then I'm not going to necessarily jump out the window and go join a team because that's not even guaranteed anyway. Yeah. And the grass isn't always greener. Looking at what KD has been in search for since he left the Warriors, when he should have just stayed in Golden State. So I see both sides of the argument, but I think it's a catch-22. And one thing me and DA, Daniel Artest, was talking about yesterday, we pro getting them checks. Yeah. Him and his brother Ron always talked about that. Yeah, he wanted to be in the best situation to win, but make no mistake about it, we getting paid to play basketball, man. Yeah. We getting paid to play. You can't. It's easy. I'm not saying you're doing that, Rage, man, but it's easy for fans to say, he should have took less. He should have. No. Because even if he takes less, it's not promised.
You put a $200 million contract in front of me, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm taking it.
Nothing's promised, fellas.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. Somebody could get hurt. Mm-hmm. Maybe you get a bad whistle in Game 7. Like, nothing's promised. So it's like, you take the money, you work hard, and let it happen.
Dame, honestly, now that you said that, he might be one of the more self-aware players.
Oh, he most definitely is. You can hear when he talks. And I made the argument, and Warriors fans came after me. If you think you don't switch, if you don't think that switching Dame and Steph, that Dame wouldn't have at least one championship, then you're insane. Because those Portland teams, you can make an argument, just ran into the Warriors every year, or they used to have goofy injuries at the wrong time. They always had goofy injuries, or they got a wing 1 year too late. So I get where Dame is coming from. I don't think it's all doom and gloom how people make it sound out. It just lets you know how hard it is to actually win a championship in this league. It is.
I think Dame, he not the best, but he top 3. I probably put him. I can't put him past Bill Walton and Clyde. He top 3.
The Blazers?
Yeah. I can't put him past Clyde or Bill.
I just don't think Damian Lillard is the best part of a championship team. I think he'd have to be
I don't either. He's like second or third.
Yeah, I agree.
One guy that's won a championship as the best scorer on their team at that size. And that's
Steph.
This exception.
I kind of tease him a little bit. I don't think he is, but I call him a Curry clone. I just don't think him doing what he's doing is not going to work. He needs to average like 23 and like 12 to win the championship.
Dame?
12 assists.
Dame?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his game.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
He got to try something different.
Well, I think he needs to play with somebody that's like I think him and like a Jimmy Butler would be like perfect. Like he has the second option for a Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
He needs to play with someone better than him, but there's not that.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, he needs to play with somebody better than him. Like that's
but as Zach said, at the end of the day, I can't knock Damian Lillard if he's happy with life.
I can't knock him.
I'm not gonna say anything. Like I'd rather listen. I'm not gonna call Damian Lillard a loser. And some people think that like he's running from the grind by not actually going somewhere else. But listen, man, I'll take Damian Lillard with 0 rings, playing for that community and losing over and over than someone that's going to take the easy way out. I'm sorry, I would.
Thanks, yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
The community respects him so much. Like that loyalty. Like I still sympathize from a fan perspective with the Blazer fans.
That's tough. That's tough. Like imagine, look at all the players who got different jerseys over the years. Like Dame a constant. I think he's one of the biggest stars in the league. Quiet as kept.
Yeah. What do you think, Fabian? You had something to say? You relocated to a night.
I just went across the street. How do I sound now?
Sound good?
Much better because we heard all the traffic.
It was like traffic and wind. Yeah, fast.
We want to, man. I would love to just sit right there, wherever that park is, man. It looks really peaceful.
It's Madison Square Park. It's 10 blocks away. Yeah, I think originally Madison Square Garden was supposed to be down here, and they moved 10 blocks down because Madison Avenue starts over here. Matter of fact, Tom Brady and Giselle, they bought an apartment at the top right here at one Madison Avenue. Yeah, but I think Madison Square Garden was supposed to start over here. Shout out to my man Jeezy.
I heard
gotta secure that bag. Portland was just West. Well, Also, but the thing with Dame is, again, when he talks, because he's a rapper and he tries to be slick talking, nah, man, he deserves a lot of that smoke, bro. Just either be
Sometimes,
quiet
yeah,
or just stay there and be loyal. Like when you're loyal to a team, that's what comes with it.
kind of
They're in
loyal to a
charge.
fault. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a new
I mean,
era, man. Like I don't like while I kind of want some of the old ethos to the NBA back, at the same time, some of the ethos is passe. Like when people like, I hate when people use the example of like Kobe Bryant battled through injuries. That's Kobe Bryant. That's him. Like
Yeah,
that ethos of I'm a warrior. I'm gonna die on the court. That's dead.
And he paid for it later.
That's dead.
And one amazing
Like,
thing about Kobe was the way he would play through these injuries, and you couldn't even tell really. Like,
yeah,
he would shoot a little bit worse, but like, I mean, he still looked fine. Like we never used those with him. That's because he never made excuses really like that. So
yeah.
I missed the Dame point though with Kobe and Dame.
yeah. What
was my point? Yeah. The point was that yeah, it's a new. They playing by new rules, and you got to adjust. They ain't got to figure it out. That was my point.
What new rules?
Like
CBA?
how the free agency and the player movement.
Well, it's going to be another summer of, is Damian Lillard going to
do something?
Yeah,
it's going to be another summer, and I think it's going to be a lot of trades. I think it's going to be a lot of trades this summer. A lot of fan base is going to be like, "What are we doing?"
I don't want to let them off. I don't want to let him off the hook because I was
stuck for years, bro.
I was defending Dame at first, but after a while, I was like, bro, you taking the $50 million. That's what comes with it. You took the 50 to stay there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's also everything. I mean, I think the Warriors
take a pay cut. Even Tom Brady took pay cuts.
But in fairness to Dame, he's never been the one driving any of these narratives. It's all been the media and the fan base or different fan bases. He hasn't personally driven this narrative.
You think so? He's the rapper.
I'm just going off what he says. I've never heard him drive either side of the narrative. It's just always been, I'm happy here. I want to win here. I've never heard him drive any of these narratives. He might comment on different things, but the subject we're talking about now, no, he's never driven any of these narratives.
It wasn't that.
I never heard him guarantee a championship or anything.
No, not guarantee a chip, but I'm saying, I think it was like a month ago. Like last year, too, and the years prior, people were saying that he kept talking about running from the ground or whatever. But this year, he made a comment that kind of implies something about that. Like Portland got to do something. Like you can't put pressure on the team you've been signed with for 10 years.
Right.
They are what they are.
But again, I think people were reaching on that comment. I think what he was saying was, from this standpoint, at this stage in his career, and reminds you, he's had a conversation with the front office, right? So the way my mind's working, they've had a conversation before he signed this money. And who knows what was said in these different conversations. So by him coming out saying that, lets me know that the actions wasn't matching up probably with the conversation. And he's basically saying, hey, we got some pieces now. We got to try to do something this year. I think people with him in general want some concrete things that we kind of we reaching a little bit with him. And it ain't really quite there. Completely.
Honestly, I think they're gonna make some moves, and Chauncey Billups gonna do something because Chauncey Billups is a championship point guard. I think he rubbing off on him a little bit. I think
Dame had his best season this year for sure.
Dame might make one finals in his career. He might make one finals.
I don't think so if he stays there. But I will say this about him: I don't think anybody. That's the thing with Dame. I don't think we could, if we really look at him and you listen to him throughout the years. You can't really question his character, like the way he comes off.
Nah,
he comes off cool.
You can't question it. He consistent.
So to Zach's point, people are fishing to knock him.
Yeah.
And he's just, I think he's too cool to even like let it sweat him. He's just like, bro, I really don't care.
I really truly don't care. All this being said though, like, do y'all think? I personally don't like looking at other people. Not T-Max or Grant Hills or nobody, just other people that other people don't mention. Y'all think he a top 75 player?
Ooh.
Just off his scoring ability, that's not enough. He a great scoring guard. He's a great scoring guard, but that's not enough to me.
There's a couple people that shouldn't.
We seen Dwight Howard not get it.
Zach, before we do that, right? Because when we do that, we don't preface it. Everybody got their own version of top 75, meaning
That's true.
some people are
That's
saying
true.
like, yo, top 75 has to tell the story of the game. Like, how about it doesn't?
No, you got to get
How about it doesn't?
accomplishments.
Nah.
No,
Who do you
no,
think,
that's
for
what.
me, when I hear top anything, who do you think is the best? Period. George Mikan is not in this conversation. He's just
No,
not.
but no, I'm saying what the NBA looking at. They looking
We're
at
not
the
doing that
totality.
today,
They looking at the
I
total.
am.
Some of it is narrative. What the NBA was looking at with that list, in my opinion, some of it is spot on. But like additions like Dame, that's like scoring guard. That's like a narrative, or AD, because AD without LeBron, I'm sorry, is not no top 75. He's still not top 75 after LeBron.
But look how you prefaced it. Accomplishments. Now, when you do that now George Mikan's in the convo. He's
No,
in the
George
convo.
Mikan is top 75. I'm sorry, bro. Like, he was the commissioner of the ABA. He was the mind behind the 3-point line.
He was one of the best players of his era, so you gotta include them. Like, it is what it is.
That would just be completely disingenuous
if you line Dwight Howard, I saw this the other day. If you line it up with AD, you can't even use accomplishments to say AD is over him.
No,
it's really interesting how we feel about somebody personally, or what he might have been or not.
Yeah, that was pure politics.
It's like he doesn't get in. It's crazy.
That's pure politics. It's facts.
Oh,
he beat LeBron in his prime. Like, how many people can? Well, a lot of people can actually say that, but a lot of people forget that the white gentleman swept LeBron in his prime.
No, he didn't. First of all, we're talking about top 75.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people sleep on that.
He's not.
He didn't. The Magic did. That was
it was spearheaded by Dwight. It was
okay. Yes, it was. Which, well, no, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do that with Dom, because then that goes into the whole Kobe Dwight Howard thing. Who would you rather want that year? Don't do that.
I think you're in the wrong room here, Fabian, with that conversation. But
Dwight had 40 a couple times, didn't he, in that series?
I'm never gonna be the guy that defends Dwight Howard. So I'll let you.
I was
exactly.
a big Dwight Howard fan growing up. I just like he was different.
I was a hater. I'm not gonna lie.
Defense.
But it's fair enough. But before we go, I did want to touch on the Knicks game yesterday. We were talking. Yo, Zach, I don't know if you got to rewatch it. Yeah, because I was watching it, but then we started arguing about whether the Dallas Mavericks are the worst team in the NBA Finals team. But then I had to rewatch some of it before I jumped on with Dime. Do you think that the Knicks gain momentum? Yeah, no. Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
No.
Not going back to Miami.
Not going back to Miami. Y'all haven't given me anything on the road in this series to make me even think that it can change. Now, if they take that game plan and execute that game plan in Miami, then yeah, sure. But I haven't seen anything from them.
That crowd gonna be rocking too.
Yo,
once they get there after the second quarter.
Yo, real quick, Zach and now that we got them on, Dom, when was the last Game 7 at the Garden for basketball? Was it 95?
No, we already found that answer out, but let's pop quiz him.
Yeah. Damn, I fucked up the pop quiz, but
yeah, I was gonna say no, not in the Garden. In the Garden, was it 95?
Dog, because you know what, Zach? How did it feel watching that from Chicago?
We looked it up last night.
Oh, it felt. But you're talking to a basketball nut though. Any Game 7, let alone in the Garden, is always special. But yeah, that was special. It was. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never seen a Game 7 at MSG.
All we've ever heard about. When I heard about anybody,
I have, but it's not in my lifetime. 1970 Game 7.
Anybody I spoke to, Knicks fan, any random fan that's been to the Garden during the playoff game, they always come back like, "Yo, it is the craziest shit ever." So imagine a Game 7.
I've never been to New York or the Garden, but I heard like how it's built. It got like a theatrical look and how like the lighting is and stuff.
It is.
To me, in my opinion, there's only 2 arenas as far as NBA and big time games that rivaled each other. That's the old Chicago Stadium and the Garden.
What about the Western Forum?
Not as loud as the stadium. When Jordan and them had that rocket, especially for the introductions, because the Bulls were one of the first to turn off the lights. I've been to a couple of those games when I was young. I can't even describe how it was like how they used to do in Utah. How they would plug their ears and stuff. When Jordan and them had that old, because the United Center, I showed y'all that when I drove past. It's so big.
It's huge. Yeah.
it's not the same type of feel as the Chicago Stadium was that held like 15, 16,000 versus the UC holds like 23, almost 24. This is no comparison.
They're not selling that every game 20,000.
I've heard some great things.
I mean, they did for a while. I don't know if they did this year. They usually do though. Bulls fans are just like Knicks fans or any other fan base. We love our Bulls here in Chicago.
What about that old Supersonic Arena?
Key Arena?
Yeah.
I don't know much about that. I know it was loud back in the day, but I've heard a lot of good things.
Man, this high.
I've heard a lot.
I know they were saying the same thing about
No, they have this door open because it wouldn't work. So people think that's the exit because the door.
Zach, we got you, Zach.
We
no, it's all good. They're saying the same thing about the Warriors, where the old stadium was way different than this one.
Yeah,
right.
Oracle. Yeah.
But I am nervous.
Yeah.
I am nervous. It's not like we won game 5 with this. Like Brunson, when he played heroically, don't get me wrong. Randall had a great second half, but it's still like Randall just, this is the same anxiety he's giving me all season long. He's gonna be bipolar.
He is, but that's the great description. His he kind of like erratic. Like he be trying to get in fights at like the weirdest times. Like,
come on now. So in his game, there's nothing that was consistent. It wasn't like that weapon that I saw to go, we got him. We got him.
Right.
Because the one thing that we finally got down packed, to Don's point last night, the rebounding. Like we finally just solidly out rebounding them, and that was, if we did that all series long, I don't think they win. They don't, because their offense to me is just pass. The same thing the Golden State and the Spurs were known for, but they don't have those players. They don't. So the fact that we weren't rebounding has killed us, man. Killed us. And you know what I'm nervous about too? Yeah. Great heroic work by Brunson and Grimes, 48 minutes. Are we sure we want to see that?
That's a lot.
Come on, Zach.
Not no game 6, nah.
Knowing you need a game 7, that's a lot of minutes, bro.
Yeah.
And if that is the game plan, that sounds like Booker and KD all over again.
Yep.
I don't want, you know how I feel about that. And shout out to Grimes too for he banged his knee, came back up and stole the ball from Jimmy Butler all in the same play. That was amazing. That was legendary for him. So, and see, going back to my point last night, Zach, we don't have those kind of players if we get a Donovan Mitchell. I know we're gonna have pros and cons on both sides, but we lose the depth. We just do. And I know Grimes is not a top 50 player damn near.
No, but I'll try to get you to understand as a fan. This is how you have to look at it, Fabian, my thinking. It's easier to go find another role player than to go find Donovan Mitchell. Like, it happens more, and it happened with your team. Yeah. Y'all got Isaiah Hartenstein from the Clippers. Like, y'all didn't see that coming. He's a key role player. Yeah. Y'all traded for Josh Hart. That's a key role player. You can always, believe it or not, go get role players. You can't just go get stars and superstars. And that's how I be trying to get fan bases to look at it when you have a chance to either get one or you already have one. And so if you're in Boston, you got to be careful saying, let's get rid of Jaylen Brown. Because it sounds cool in theory.
Yeah, facts.
What are you going to go replace that with? It's cool to say, let's get rid of Julius Randle, but in theory, right? But what can you really package? You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to look at it. You can always follow up on that.
And to follow up on that, Zach, look at the ripple effect if y'all would have got Spider. Y'all could have probably potentially drew over a big free agent.
Who, the Knicks?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's my problem. That's in terms for that conversation.
Y'all need a free agent to win a championship. I'm sorry.
but they gotta prove themselves anyway. Like they messed up. We didn't get SGA. They could have got drafted SGA. They could have drafted Halliburton. Like they have a couple of mess ups where, to their point about that Donovan Mitchell thing, what do you really get in these draft picks
What
for?
do you want to do with them? Like,
right, because even if you are in position, are you going to make the right choice? Because you ain't been proving that. So, but to my point with last night's game, if we had Mitchell, we're really a 4 or 5 seed anyway. And then we don't have. I don't know if we have the depth to do what we did yesterday. I don't know what happens. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell helps us on defensive rotation.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
You make a good point.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Are we down 3-1 against Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell?
But see, remember the point was, Rage, man, you didn't hear it. your squad would have been Donovan Mitchell, Brunson, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
And then you just
Ooh.
figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Especially with the year that Brunson just had. Nobody saw it. I didn't see Brunson playing.
Nah, I didn't see
At
him
all.
After
Listen, maybe talent-wise, of course, we all could project whatever.
Right. Like I
but
knew he could play,
leadership,
but no, I didn't see this.
and then
leading the team, no way.
But this is again.
I thought he was a good piece.
This is again going back to the Tibbs thing. He's just living up to his damn reputation. 48 minutes for Brunson, and look at the way he plays. He takes a bunch of charges. He's not going to play out that contract.
Oh my God!
What happened, Dom?
So many phone calls.
Oh, okay. Dom was like he's snitching on us, and we ain't even. And we ain't even doing nothing.
I hate the what's it called? Butt dials and shit. Or whatever it is, the automated calls.
Oh my God, Scam Likely is the new terrorist, man. But so that's why I'm scared of. Like, maybe you know what? Not giving into the Donovan Mitchell point, but I'm always seesawing on it. It is going to be a major thing in Knicks history. It's going to have to be.
I mean, y'all.
We would hold on, Ray, hold on. If we were to go into Game 6 in the same position with Donovan Mitchell and Brunson, because Brunson had an amazing performance, we would feel better about ourselves.
And that's another thing you got to look at, dude. Is Donovan Mitchell going to play the defense he was playing early in his career, or is he going to be playing what he's been playing?
Right, but
his late years in Utah.
Forget all that. It's the fact that you got two guys on the attack. Like, the Heat don't have two. They don't. Brunson and Mitchell. That's a different level of offense.
Yeah,
it just is. Mitchell gets to his spots with ease, and he passes from there with ease. My criticism about them playing one-on-one or whatever, I don't know. We're missing the like I said, the rotation with Grimes and everything. I am nervous about it, man. I'm not, because Rockstar Mel made a great point last night. Whoever wins the last game in the playoff series, the other team usually feels the pressure. I don't think we put the pressure on Miami like that. Like, a lot of this, I'm not sure if we heard anything about Jimmy Butler yet. He doesn't look the same either. He don't look the same either. I think his ankle is really hurting him, and he's not saying much, and he's very quiet. He's usually way more arrogant. He lets the arrogance seep out. He's not being that way. He's careful. Spoelstra's careful. They're being very complimentary towards us.
Yeah.
So, but that's still like, Spoelstra's hiding in the bushes, man. He's hiding in the fucking bushes trying to snipe us right now. Like, I'm not falling for that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Y'all gotta bring it tonight.
I'm nervous, man.
Yeah.
Turbo, you still here? Where the hell you going?
Yeah. I'm listening to the conversation. I'm like a fly in the wall.
Hey, Nick Pillow just said something that I said yesterday. Y'all better look into getting Cam Johnson.
Cam from the Nets?
Yeah.
I always confuse them. I always confuse Cam Johnson and Cam Payne because they were on Phoenix. I like Cam Johnson. I like him.
You need some more size. He can stretch the floor.
Yeah. And how consistent of a shooter is he though?
I think he definitely like above. I would say he at least 35 right now.
He's average.
Yeah.
It's just not, I like to add to the core of this, but just going into this game, we gotta just stick to the rebound, like Zach just said, man. We got the game plan, man. Just stick to it. Rebound and that's it, bro. That's all we gotta do, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because Bam Adebayo was making.
Oh no! This season, no, he got a strap. This season, he's shooting 40% from three.
Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson.
Now see,
improving every year, man.
But that's with that kind of offense. Do you shoot 40% with Julius Randle isolating like that? Do you shoot 40% with Brunson isolating like that?
Yeah, because he still gets good looks.
Yeah.
Like, you guys still get some pretty good looks. It just sometimes Randall takes too long to pass the ball to me. But you guys get pretty good looks.
I'm not familiar. I forgot his it's not coming to mind. His trigger. Because the one thing about playing with Evan Fournier, he has a quick trigger, and that DHO, that dribble handoff between Randall and Fournier is ill. It's just that Fournier stinks on defense, so he can't stay on the court.
Yeah.
So I don't know if him and Cam, do you think Cam Johnson has a similar JJ Redick type of Evan Fournier type of
I don't think
shooting
like
jump
he's
shot.
not a sniper like that, but if you set up a play for him, he gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my target would be Mikal Bridges. That's been like that. I've been saying that for 6
I
months.
said that too yesterday. Yeah, that would be a
Trey RJ Barrett.
I would.
I just looked it up.
If
He's
y'all get
basically
Mikal
40%
Bridges,
for
I
his
would make
career.
him the face of the team.
You said 40%, Zach?
Yeah, he's basically 40% for his career. Cam Johnson, he's 39.73.
But it depends on the kind of, you know what I mean? Like Darius Garland shot, I think 45%. What's that called? Off the ball threes, catch and shoot.
Yeah.
I think it was 45, and I thought Cleveland somehow didn't figure out how to get Mitchell and him involved, or even Mobley to get more catch and shoots with Garland to make him a threat like that. So I'm not sure what kind of 3-point shooting we would have with Cam Johnson on this team, on the Knicks. He's a free agent though.
Yeah. He was on the list last night when we checked it.
Yeah, we were. He was.
I mean, he's one of those players that's realistic for y'all to get. That's still young.
Yeah,
I wouldn't overthink it. That's been proven he can play and play some defense.
He made the finals.
And he got finals experience.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have that.
This man, George Karl, just quote tweeted the Ayton update and said weak.
Yo, Joe, listen, I don't fuck with George Karl, man.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck George Karl. I don't like the.
No, I kind of like that. I don't like him personally, but I like it. I like his contribution to sports talk. I think we need that.
He's horrible.
I mean,
like, you know why I like his contribution?
To be honest with you, though, I was kind of thinking it as somebody that played with bruised ribs. Like, I mean, I don't never want to question people's injuries unless you got a huge history of it. But unless he broke a rib, how you not playing in an elimination game? Like, that's crazy to me. And you can put on, a padded vest. Like, they got technology for that now.
Yeah.
Again, I wish some of the ethos of sports, basketball specifically, would come back. Like, I mean, not necessarily playing like a Kobe Bryant willing to down the court, but some of the allure of sports is you physically can overcome. Like, you can't play through that.
Word. And then at least with Anthony Davis, when he shows up on that court, it's a different kind of defense.
Yeah.
Like DeAndre Ayton he got some nerve, man. Like, I get the whole mental health awareness or whatever.
Bro. Like, I get that I get when he was initially upset about is when Mikal Bridges got signed first before him. I can see
that's what he was mad about.
That's what the rift started, because they made the finals and they signed Cam Johnson first. But that's what the ripple was initially about.
But he's been soft.
But then what happened between in the Maverick series last year with him and Monty Williams clashing. So it's been brewing for a while.
And it still has an effect on him to this day, because they said that they don't even speak.
Yeah.
I'm doing the ultimate New York tourism right now. I got a what do you call that? The stick that you hold the phone with?
The selfie stick?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I got a stand. My homeboys, all ball be laughing at me right now.
Here, like, come on, we gotta talk about this seriously. Especially the people. That? I mean, he's not playing because of bruised ribs.
Talk about it, Zach. Let us know.
I'm trying to figure this out, man, because the one thing I always marvel about this generation is the stuff that fans don't think about, like the technology part of having padded tights. So, like, when you fall, your ass don't hurt, or you get kneed in the thigh, you don't get a bruise. They had the same thing for the vest. Like, when I bruised my ribs, they had to, like, wrap me with an ace bandage with, like, this foam pad underneath and then tape it to my skin and spray me down with the sticky stuff that they use on your ankles when they tape. Like, it was crazy. And I'm like, this dude can't play an elimination game? Like,
to me? Oh, my bad. To me, I think
I
think he checked out.
I think he really been on edge since he didn't get signed first.
when did you think the checkout took place? When was checkout time for Aiden, bro?
When
It's
they
been
signed Mikal Bridges after their finals run.
No, I really
Yeah.
think he like really like checked out because you could see in this series like he's not putting no effort at all. Like even in game 1, remember when Jokic was getting like 10 offensive rebounds and he just stood there like dead in the headlight?
I'm not big on Phoenix getting rid of him because that was their first pick in 2018. That's a big move.
Well,
I'm trying to make it work with DeAndre Ayton.
But yo, you know what's crazy? Because me and Faye was just talking about this last week because it was this argument. Well, not an argument. It's always been a debate whether did Dallas make a mistake in trading Trae Young, and I was like, yo, they both have been they've been successful.
Yeah, they've been relatively successful.
They've been successful, but Ayton did get to the finals as a #1 pick.
Right. Exactly. I said that. I said you just made a great point because after they made their finals run, I was saying DeAndre Ayton is the best player out they draft.
No, we're not gonna jump off the bridge. We ain't gonna jump off the St. Louis.
I'm saying, we're not best, most successful. Most successful because he was putting up a double-double and he made the finals.
No, I mean he was a key component to them making the finals. I'm not gonna sit here and not say that. You're right.
But I wouldn't go. Was he the best? It's just
that is.
I was just making an example that people forget that Ayton was a #1 pick in that draft.
Facts.
He's lucky. He's lucky. Marvin Bagley got drafted after him. #2.
Marvin Bagley is yes, he is.
No, Marvin Bagley and Ayton.
That's probably the best to date. The best draft class.
What?
Who else is in that?
2018. When Luka, Trae Young.
Great draft. You know what else is an underrated draft? 2008. Rose, Westbrook, Kevin Love, Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a slept on.
Nick Pillow coming through with a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Nick.
Yeah.
But I said that again.
Yeah,
that's one of my.
Never draft a running back high these days.
I didn't understand it in the moment.
Oh,
I still got
he made a good.
He
just made a good point. He made a good point. You can't draft a center these days.
I said it in the moment. Luka was the best player in that draft, and most people laughed. I didn't.
Hold on, but why did I feel that way? And I didn't watch Super Luka tape. It was just like I'm watching film. Even with John Morant, right before the draft, I just started watching video. I'm like, yo,
I said the same thing.
I'd rather want him. I don't even want Zion. I think
I saw Ja play and I thought he was the best, but Zion has grown on me a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Zion, man, I'm not even hyped about Zion. I gotta see him on the court. Like, what are they waiting on? Like,
no, I don't know.
At this point,
he got #1 potential though. Like we've seen enough to say he's still got #1 potential. DeAndre Ayton. Come on, he's a head case.
Gonna happen? Like I don't think he's gonna have like that. Joel
DeAndre Ayton needs a therapist, a socialist. He needs a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of work on him.
And where would he go? Like they gotta make it work. Like I don't see where would DeAndre Ayton fit?
That therapist needs to make him understand that you're not what you think you are. You're a third option on a championship team. That's who DeAndre Ayton. No, that's right.
They don't treat him like any option to me. They just use him as a pick and roll big. He probably wants the ball. That's what I think.
He can shoot.
That's my point. He couldn't get the ball like
shoot.
that. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have the personality to be a #1, 2, or 3. He has the personality to do exactly what they're doing. He has that, and also he's a fake #2 option. He's a fake #2 option, Zach. He also got a fake Akeem Olajuwon elbow pad. I don't appreciate that. I hate it because it reminds me, yo, bro. But his shit looks like Akeem.
No, he can
beat the shit out of me.
Patrick Ewing potential, bro. He can stretch the floor. He played good defense.
Rage Man is the ultimate. Like you need to be on Twitter, Rage Man, because your comments are crazy. Patrick Ewing,
bro. I've been following Phoenix since Devin Booker got drafted, bro. Like DeAndre Ayton has skill, bro.
I don't see.
He has a lot of skill. He has a lot of
skill.
Now again.
He has skills, but I don't think where his mental is at.
No, he
got talent, but where's his mental at? That's the question.
Yeah.
But
We tend to confuse capability, and talent with skill.
Yeah.
Me and Zach have talked about this, and we got to go even more in depth about it.
No, that's a fact.
What more skills has Aiden honed to even be in the same breath as Patrick Ewing at
Hold
this
on,
point?
wait a minute. He been since he been drafted, he didn't average the double every year, and probably like a couple assists, at least 2.
Have you looked up? If you want to go with stats, have you looked up Patrick Ewing stats?
Patrick Ewing, if you look up, Fabian, if you look up Patrick Ewing stats, they're exactly the same in the regular season and in the playoffs. He didn't.
That's not what I asked you, Zach.
He made no leap.
Rage man. These
I
things,
know,
this guy thinks
I
he's
know.
slick, Dom. This guy thinks he's slick, Dom. You ain't talking to one of these. Come on, man. Like a lot of you guys,
You talking
use
to
the same.
a real Knicks fan, like he who watched.
No. But a lot of these guys, y'all use these tricks on chicks. You can't use them in here.
Yeah, that Patrick Ewing statement was wild.
Yeah, that was good.
No. This is what he did.
That's
This is
a
what he
fact,
did.
though.
No,
You
Ray
can
man,
say
no.
that.
This is what you did.
No. Hold on. I was playing a little
How you doing?
bit. I was playing a little bit, but that was
Say
a
hi to
factual
AllBall.
statement.
AllBall. We a basketball show.
Who's you talking to? Some random girl at the park?
Hey, first of all, it's not
I
a
was
girl,
trolling-
Dom. Watch
I
your
was
mouth,
trolling a
Dom.
little bit.
Dom,
I
I
was
told you,
trolling
Ray
a
man.
little-
What'd I say? This
I was
guy's
trolling
the
a little
snitch,
bit,
man.
but it's a
The
factual
random
statement
girl
when
at the
you
park. Shut
analyze
up,
his
Dom. What's
career.
wrong with you?
He didn't really make a leap in the playoffs like he was supposed to.
Well,
Because he never was.
But forget the leap in the
different
playoffs.
levels of pressure. Different levels of pressure.
But forget the leap from regular season to playoffs. Let's say Patrick Ewing was the same guy regular season playoffs. Aiden is none of that. In the one game of Patrick Ewing's career, Aiden is none of that. That's the point. None of it. I haven't seen any potential to be Patrick Ewing. He only has the fake Akeem Olajuwon elbow pad. That is it.
Forget that, but I was gonna say to Rage Man's trying to say is Ayton has the talent to be a go-to guy. You're saying he doesn't have the mentality. Okay, that's fair. You gotta also remember this guy's 11 days older than me. 11 days. I think he deserves a shot to go play on a different team that has not championship expectations to see if he can actually become a star where he's prioritized looks and get the confidence up.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that he needs someone to tell him he's a good player. He's not one of those guys who's gonna go get it. So maybe he won't end up being amazing, like a Hall of Famer, All-Star player. But I think he has a chance to be. You just got to get him a better situation.
I'm trying to see where he fit. Like he need a pass first. He got Chris.
If he went to Indiana with Halliburton, hypothetically,
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that's where he was supposed to go.
I know.
I was just thinking that.
But at the end of the day, they would not be running ice. They wouldn't be calling his number to do. It would be the same pick and roll stuff. And like I'm gonna always lean on my AAU people. They told me when he was going to Arizona, the knock on him was the same knock now. Mentality and lack of aggression. And I watched enough basketball. We like to think that that's taught more, but it isn't.
No, it's not.
It's most people are what they are when it comes to that. You can't bring that. Either you have that or you don't.
Yeah.
So
who the best American center? Aiden.
Yeah.
Aiden ain't American though.
I give it.
Aiden
No, he from Adebayo. He from the islands.
It's Bam Adebayo.
I think Aiden from like Barbados or something like that.
Bahamas, Barbados.
Yeah, Bahamas.
But
There's never been a Barbados player from the league.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
He has a 7'6" wingspan.
I give it to Lopez, probably Lopez for sure.
You think he's better than Bam?
Yeah.
Wow, Bam is one of the only players in the league
Lopez
that
so underrated, bro. Lopez hella underrated, bro. Like he's a Hall of Famer. I think Lopez is a Hall of Famer. Lopez,
I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer.
I ain't going that far.
Listen.
Yo, hold on, Rage Man. Wait a minute. Are you on Twitter?
No, I'm not.
You need to save these statements for Twitter and just post them. Just let them fly. Boom. I promise you, you're going to get 20,000 followers, and I'm going to sit there laughing at the rage. Your shit is... Brooke Lopez is a Hall of Famer. Is hilarious.
All-time leader in Nets points. He made a couple of all-defensive teams. I think he just won a block title, and he's an NBA champion. He's a Hall of Famer.
You have not moved me whatsoever from my original thought. Rage.
Wow, that's funny.
Yo, Rage man, I'm telling you, you need to go on Twitter, bro. Those statements like that, I'm telling you, now the one thing you got to focus on is not engaging. Post that shit and then just let it rock for like for like 45 minutes, and they're gonna go crazy. And I'm gonna sit there like this. He did it again.
Facts, yeah, man.
Lopez might be a Hall of Famer for real though. Nick
exactly.
Pillow, Rage spitting. Rage might be spitting.
I'm telling you.
You got a friend on this one, Rage.
He made a couple All-Star teams too. Yeah.
Only 2 though, or something. It's not enough.
Here's another factor, and to help you out, college career matters. What did he do in college?
Yeah, that do matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he do in college. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that matters.
I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
If we consider it just NBA though, it's looking like that.
No, I don't.
I like what is Deion Sanders always say. If you got to think about it, it's no.
You got to
for Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to at least make the All-Star team 5 times at least.
Yeah.
Or have a championship or an MVP to justify it.
I'm not big on All-Stars games. He said Nick Pillow says he think he went to Stanford. Nick Pillow, you think? The first time Nick Pillow was stumped. He went to Stanford?
He did.
Yeah.
He looks like a Stanford guy. Did him and his brother go to Stanford?
Yeah.
Of course, Nick
they look
Pillow.
like it. they look like they either went to Stanford or Duke. I can't lie to you. They have the Stanford.
They
and
do
Duke,
have a Dookie kind of
stamp
mentality.
Yo, JJ Redick. Hey, AllBall TV. What's going on, ladies? Ladies and gents. Let me chill out before Dom dimes me out again. JJ Redick does look like a Duke guy. When he's in Duke, looks like one of these, treacherous. I don't want to say white boys like that, but he just looks like a frat, like one of them white Duke guys.
Hey, you made a great point about JJ Redick. When he talked basketball, he sounded more of a fan than a student.
No, I think he's a student. But I saw Gilbert Arenas give him his praise, and I like what he said. He said he was able to teach me when they were on the same team, teach me how to play his game. But again, we could always talk about his potential because like Steve Nash and them. Steve Kerr, I'm sorry.
I see no, but y'all nice. I see no potential in him as a coach. I don't know where I get this from, like him sharing stories.
No, not as a coach. A coach is different. I'm big on that, Rage, man. That's where I'm right. That's where I agree with you. Anytime somebody says, "Yo, he can be a good coach," how do you know that? To lead guys, a group of guys, is not this thing, rabbit out of a hat thing. It's not a magic trick. You got to have certain skill sets, bro.
Even Magic Johnson was a terrible coach, and he was the greatest leader in basketball.
He led them Lakers to the strip club every single night.
Thanks.
And he still couldn't lead them to victories as a head coach. I don't think JJ Redick could really, I don't know. But I know he coaches, like Little League or whatever.
Right.
Kids or whatever.
You got to have some kind of
the way he talks ball.
What coach do you
He needs one, right?
I don't know personally, but what coach do you know in the NBA that had no coaching experience and came out successful?
Was Steve Kerr as an assistant? He wasn't an assistant coach, was he?
No, but he was a GM and a broadcaster. He was a broadcaster.
Well, JJ Baby Dick is doing broadcasting.
That was my point yesterday.
You could consider Steve Kerr, but he come from that Phil Jackson pop tree anyway. So
yeah, but I think JJ Redick for him, he just doesn't sound like I said earlier. I don't know if you heard. Derek Fisher was a out of nowhere pick to put as a head coach. That was a miserable failure. There was nothing that gave me a vote of confidence about it. Yeah, there was no. So when he was he was a what?
I just look at Derek Fisher. I mean, Derek Fisher was a good player, but
you couldn't. No, you would. I would have thought he was going to be get into coaching when he played. He was that kind of player.
He was solid to be on the Lakers, but he had Kobe and Shaq. He had Kobe and Shaq.
He was also set up to fail.
Listen, man, it is a beautiful day in New York City, guys, ladies and gentlemen. There's plenty of views in New York. Yes, there's scaffolding and they've dirtied up the streets, but I'm telling you, It is 80 degrees out
I gotta
here.
come out there, bro. I gotta come out to New York. I think I'll fit like a glove.
You
I'll go
better,
out
you
there.
better come out to Broadway. This is a beautiful view everywhere I look. I can't really show you, that'd be creepy mode. But the point is, there are plenty of things to look at. This is amazing. I'm sitting in the park, and but yeah, going back to the original point, Derek Fisher is like that's and Steve Nash. He's the other guy that you can point to and say this might not work. Jason Kidd, he's kind of overlooked with his bullshit. AllBall TV, AllBall TV.
I've heard some stories about Jason. Like, he be wilding, bro. Yeah. I heard that he guaranteed JaVale McGee a starting spot on the Mavericks, and that was what got him there, and he never played him. And I heard that he had beef with Christian Wood because of how Christian Wood was treating Silas in Houston, and he didn't play him for that reason.
I think Jason Kidd, it fits the description of him being just a sneaky individual.
Yeah.
That's how he comes off to me. But I don't
like that. You heard about he was like that as a player too.
He was sneaky as a player.
Like he did some. You gotta remember. You remember you remember when he was in Phoenix. He got charged for that situation with his wife. Then he came to New York. Remember, he got suspended because he was drunk driving. Like Jason Kidd be doing some.
Yeah, but that's not. That's like, you know, people do that.
You talking about player relationship though. Like he a snake.
Yeah, just play with players' relationships and stuff like that. But he's always had a crazy reputation. Yeah. He's always had a strange reputation. That's
I'm not gonna lie to you. He just looks sneaky to me. Just like Chris Paul always looks. They have this sneak to him. Like LeBron, we know he's too like.
I know what you're talking about. They do got that little con artist in him.
Yeah. That's what I.
But so I'm going too crazy. But the point is, Jason Kidd doesn't have the like. They went to the Western Conference Finals last year, so he's proven that he can do that for them.
Yes.
But the Steve Nash and Derek Fisher thing stand out for me immediately. I don't know if either one of them ever came off like JJ Redick, though. I gotta admit that they do not come off like. But when they talk basketball, I don't want to hear them talk about basketball. I don't. I don't. I love hearing JJ Redick talk about basketball.
Yeah.
He has a personality. Come on, man. Like, we gotta stop. I get Dime.
I don't know. Like Steve Nash, he kind of seeing him as a coach. I kind of like see his personality. Like, I don't
JJ,
the type of players he led on Phoenix. Those are the type of players that he should have been leading. Like, I don't see him leading a Kyrie Irving or a James Harden because all three of those people can arguably say they're better than him. Now, I have Steve Nash over Kyrie all the time, but that ring say something in Kyrie's mind. So,
but see, I don't think going to that scenario, I don't think JJ Redick is sitting there like Steve Nash, bro. Steve Nash looks like a pushover.
Yeah, he is a pushover.
I don't think JJ Redick's a pushover. I've never nothing about him seems that way. He's argumentative. That's why he's on First Take.
Yeah,
he kind of backed down with the Jerry West thing because that's more like, all right, I gotta come on now. That's Jerry West.
No, he still does it. He's an idiot.
But he didn't.
See, he backed down now. You gotta count that. He backed down.
I was waiting to trigger Don.
I don't care how it turns out. You gotta say something back. You gotta say something back.
He makes backhanded compliments every time he tries to give credit to the past. He said, when you look at Michael Jordan move, there is no one in that era that moves like him. Who the fuck moves like him in this era? What are we doing? No one does. And I'm from this era. I'm telling you this. Someone moves like him in the mixture of in the air and on the floor and in the post, his body movement. I watched Kobe. He doesn't even move like Jordan. Let's keep it real. He moves like him, not exactly like him. And he doesn't play today either. Oh, yeah. So John Moran and Devin Booker move like Jordan? Get the fuck out of here, dude. The only thing John Moran does is he hangs in the air.
Talking about this yesterday, Dom. I hate
compliment every time.
Dom, we was just talking about this yesterday. I hate how like players from that era be like super modernists. Like, you're not even young, bro.
AllBall TV.
Like you're pushing 40, bro. Like you pushing 50, bro.
Nah, man. I knew when he was onto something, when he was onto some weird shit, when he said that I think every player in today's game would be able to play back in the day, but only certain players from back in the day will be able to play today. I just don't agree. I'm not saying everybody can play everything.
Every player what? Say it again. I'm sorry.
every player today could play back in the day, but only certain players from back in the day could play today.
I agree with him. I agree with him.
Trae Young did not play in the 60s.
I disagree with that. Well, hold on, but I agree. But I agree with that because the difference is that we're not going to say is that they won't have the opportunity to play. There's but so many slots to play. I've always agreed with that. So those are skill positions. Same thing in football.
But then you're disagreeing then with him. He's saying
no.
Could play.
You're twisting what he's saying. And in that case, I'm saying
What do you mean I'm twisting what he's saying? He's saying yeah.
No, go ahead.
He's saying it because he thinks that these players are way better. That's why he's saying it.
Maybe. But okay. Let's say that's a fact. Okay, but I'm not talking about that. I didn't say that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the 1, 2, 3 spots on the court, the point guard, shooting guard, and small forwards, a bunch of players, almost all these players can play those positions. That's just a fact. They'd be in the same talent pool for that.
No,
now,
it's not like they can. I don't think
Elgin Baylor.
Wait, Fabian. I don't think it's that they are that skilled. I just think they all getting taught the same thing. There's no individuality in the game at all. Like they all playing like robots. They all getting taught to do the same thing.
Now we're making it, but now again we agree. Let's say they're all the same. Let's say they're all robots and they all look the same, right? Okay, but you guys are basically 1 through 3. In the 60s, what JJ Redick is missing out on is there's different rules. So we have the 4 and the 5. So of course they couldn't play today. They eliminated the position. Yeah. They did. So what I'm saying is that alone, I agree with what JJ Redick is saying. But that does not mean that they were better at any given time. That doesn't prove anything.
Right. He be playing them word games and stuff, you know.
I'm pretty good at this lawyer shit, by the way.
Yeah, fact.
You're using logic to say that certain big men.
Shit.
That certain
the hell was
big
that?
Man, was my text. Somebody texted me on my computer. You're using the logic to say that certain big men couldn't play in an era where we don't use 2 bigs a lot of the time. You know, like for example, I'll give you this, right? Certain guys like Eric Dampier or like Craig Ostertag that were just out there to be big bodies to defend in the post and didn't really have much offense. Those guys would not play today very much. But that's not because they're bad at basketball. That's because what they are used to do, what they're supposed to do, is not utilized now. But guys that only shoot threes and do nothing else, like Duncan Robinson, those guys are not getting these huge contracts back then. If anything, they'd be relegated to the bench, especially if there's no three-point line. What's Duncan Robinson's value in the game? Just he's a shooter. You can find a better shooter and play a little more defense back
But again, you keep adding to the thing and changing the whole point, all because you don't even you don't like him. You don't like the way he disrespects the pass. I get that. But to say Duncan Robinson, that's different than saying Duncan Robinson could not play back in the day. That's not true. He could play in any era. He has a different role, but he would play in any era.
No. I think superstars can play in any era, like a LeBron, a Kobe, a Wilt, or Hakeem. I think superstars are interchangeable. The everyday NBA player cannot play in every era.
I think.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Don.
Besides a very immobile big, who's not able to play today? Like guards, there's guards that still can't shoot in today's NBA, mind you.
Yeah.
Less, but there still are some.
I think the Rudy Gobert thing for me proves that Kareem can play today, but to Rage Man's point. But Craig Elo's not. I'm not Craig Elo. I always use Mark Eaton as a point. Mark Eaton is not playing today. And if he is, he's playing 8 minutes.
That's bro. Nah.
Mark Eaton was a 7-foot hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Bro, he was a great defender, bro. He was a great defender.
I'm not saying that he's not a great defender.
Valanciunas guard in the pick and roll, like that fool's slow as shit.
But he can score.
He big as fuck, man. Damn.
He can score.
Okay, so
and again, right, but Valanciunas back in the day, he'd be null and void. He'd be a backup center. He comes in there in garbage time, but he would have a spot. I'm not saying they would be good either. That's the part that JJ Redick's messing up on. He's making it seem like these guys are on some super. That's where people get misconstrued. Bro, these guys are not superstars in any era. Stop it. They're not. They don't have a lot of them.
Jones couldn't shoot the ball from really deep outside. Huh?
We lose them all.
You kind of buffered a little bit.
Am I back?
Yeah, say it again, Dom.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You good.
I was saying, because Casey Jones didn't have an amazing outside shot, he wouldn't be able to play today, even though he's a really good athlete, great defender at the point guard spot.
No, I think he does. It's because Tony Allen played.
I think Dennis Johnson outside of Curry, he'll be the best point guard in the league.
Nah, I seen some tape on him. Dennis Johnson, he'd be good. Like
outside of Curry and CP, he'll be right there with them.
I don't know because like I was trying to relate Dennis Johnson. Yeah, I don't say it again.
He can score, he can defend, he can pass.
But see, that sounds like Drew Holiday, and when you watch him, I don't see Drew Holiday. Yeah. I see, and again, Don, what I always tell you,
Drew Holiday.
Right? But what I always tell you,
better without.
And I can't say smarter because his teammates didn't like him, and on Boston they actually kind of saved him. Yeah, Lenny Wilkins, they didn't like Dennis Johnson. No, on the Sonics. That's why they shipped him to Phoenix. And when he went to Boston, they were asking about him, and Bird was like, "Nah, he's good with us." Like he co-signed him. Bird gave him a blanket, but he's a Mercurial. He's like Rondo. They didn't like him like that on the Sonics.
Okay, but actually it's a little different. No one's teammates complained about Rondo. Only.
Right. I'm sorry. Right. It wasn't just the coaches. Yeah. AllBall TV.
But DJ and Rondo, are you selling stuff on the corner or something?
Because they look. Remember, you in New York.
TV, you promoting this shit? Yeah.
Rage man, come on, get with me.
DJ and Rondo are both very smart players, though, on the court.
Yeah,
that's not
right.
undeniable.
And him and Gus Williams, DJ and Gus Williams, that's top 10 backcourt all time.
But and again, you guys are refer.
Gus Williams can't. Jack Sigma can't play today.
I wouldn't say that. Again, you talking about Jack Sigma's a face-up player.
Yes,
but no,
shoot from the outside, and he can shoot.
But when you see, now we're stuck in some argument where he didn't really say all that. You're referring to the skill positions of any era.
Devil's advocate for this fucker.
Whoa. No. All I'm talking about is the piece of information that I heard that I agree with. I don't agree with his overall statement that these guys would just Steph Curry would show up in 1968 and be Steph Curry. That's impossible. He can't do this. They're not gonna allow him to dribble like that, but he might. He might
turn the ball over a lot more.
I think Steph Curry hand-eye coordination is what makes him a superstar. He would be able to shoot. If Jerry West can shoot like he was doing back then in the 50s, in the high 50s as a guard, Steph Curry could do that in the 60s.
See, now that's my point. And as Dom, I always make this point. When we do this whole time machine game, how are we playing it?
I'm going about superstars. I'm not going about everyday players.
No. Hold on, Rage man. I'm talking. Forget that, because that's regardless of what player you pick, right? Are you choosing them from birth? Like, are they landing as Superman in the past in the time machine, or are they 20 years old, knowing what they know already?
That's a good point too.
That's always been my point, because if that's the case, now it's a different story. Because Steph Curry and LeBron and these guys, bro, they have all the information in the world about the past now. What are you talking about? They're gonna bust your ass.
No, I'm just talking about his skill set. Like, his hand-eye coordination. You could be born with that. Like Steph Curry, let's go by birth. Right. Yeah, will he average like 30 off 50, 40, 90? Probably not, but he would be a solid shooter. I think Steph Curry in the 60s could shoot between 44 and 48%.
And he has the complexion for protection. So he would make the league. And he would pass as a white man.
And you gotta remember, there was no 3-point lines in the 60s.
Hey, that was funny as hell, bro.
That was crazy.
That's what
was crazy.
Wow.
We keep forgetting there was no 3-point line. There was no 3-point lines around.
No, I know, Turbo. I'm saying, I'm standing on.
Okay, now that makes sense because we're talking logically. If Steph Curry is lands as Superman out the embryo out of a shell, and now he's born in that era and he knows nothing else. But if he lands at 20 years old in a time machine in 1968, he's shooting from the logo, and they're gonna say, "Yo, what the hell?"
Bags.
Yeah.
Bags.
They're not gonna know what happened. They're gonna be like, "Yo, wait a minute, you can't do that." They're gonna pull him out of the game one time, But then all of a sudden he's gonna show up at the Rucker. He's gonna show up at all these kind of places, and he's gonna be Pete Maravich. He's gonna have this myth behind him. He's gonna mythologize everything. Because remember, he got the complexion for protection, and on top of that, he's just showing up doing that. He's going to destroy them.
Okay, you just made a good point. When we do this, let's do it from birth with the core skills that came with in the league.
That's where I think that's the divide that we always have on Rage Man. Like when these arguments start, I think that's the problem. We never start here. Like, all right, so when are they joining the league? And if we do that, I think that changes everything. Because if LeBron plays in 1988, AllBall TV, baby. If LeBron plays in 1988, then what? If he knows everything he knows, then what?
I always say LeBron is a bastardized Oscar Robertson. They play literally the same style. Like, he's just bigger and more athletic. I say Russ, James Harden, LeBron, Luka, they play that Oscar Robertson style.
The Russ thing is tough. But either way, we do have, like, and that's the thing about when you watch the game. You do have these players where you could go, damn, they kind of remind me of this. They kind of remind me of that. But why wasn't Oscar Robertson the best player of the 70s, bar none?
Free agency.
And ABA, shit like that, right?
That's why I compare. I don't compare. When people compare Jordan and LeBron, it's not even accurate. I compare LeBron to Oscar Robertson more than anybody. Their career more similar than anybody. They play the same style, and free agency literally impacted how many championships they won.
Right. That's why when a person of your generation, they go the opposite route usually. Because you and Dime are good anomalies. Yeah. You're anomalies, right? But they typically go, well, if LeBron knows what he knows, and you have a player back then that plays that way, why wouldn't he continue to play that way? And that's what brought me down the rabbit hole. Like, yeah, because they didn't enforce different kind of rules. Forget the rules that were written in there. Yeah. They enforced hand checking. They enforced that kind of cross. You couldn't pick the ball up like that and do that shit.
Facts.
Now, that's why the intangibles. That's why I say, yo, at their peak, Larry Bird versus LeBron, yo, give me Bird, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care if we're in a fucking basketball park, Madison Square Park, Madison Square Garden. Larry Bird wants to fucking win.
Yeah.
If I gotta put money on the line right now, I might have to put money on the side to put the hit out on LeBron for you fucking up my bread like that. Larry Bird, I'm throwing the house on it. Like, yo, give me Bird. Give me Larry Legend in the building.
With a go-ahead basket too. Like Larry Bird up there with Jordan with clutchness.
Yeah, man. You kidding me? So those are the things that doesn't waver in any era that nobody talks about. When we say Kyrie's the most skilled player ever, where's the I'm gonna show up for my teammates no matter what.
Max.
Come on. I hate they go there you go, your man Skip Bayless rubbing off on you with this clutch gene. He made clutch gene famous. Yeah, the clutch gene. Yo, I just think Skip is ill though. Like as much as I say
Skip
whatever.
Bayless, bro. I like Skip Bayless.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I like Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
I like him. But the conversation back earlier was LeBron made you, bro. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I made you in terms of, so when he said those things, clutch gene and shit like that, people overlooked it because now you're stuck in a polarization of I'm a LeBron fan versus a non-LeBron fan, and everything anti-LeBron. No way, no way, Jose. Right, so it turns whack. But he always made great points. I want to say I got this from him. LeBron was scared to go to the hole and go for a layup because he didn't want to go to the free throw line. And when he used to say that, I was like, "Oh shit, that makes sense."
Yeah.
You don't want that pressure on you at that time. Yeah. And it also gave in to him in 07 against the Spurs. Now he wasn't supposed to win. But I always refer to the Milwaukee game when he dropped 55 in the regular season. He played at a different pace. I always say this ad nauseum. I might be repeating myself. So it might be time to shut this off. AllBall TV, baby. Yeah. Look, when they make eye contact, they get nervous.
Oh,
don't do that.
Bro, you wild today.
I'm outside. Yeah. You let me out of the cage. Yeah. My wife knows. AllBall TV, baby. My wife knows I'm nuts. But what's that? Pre-roll? Yeah, free split for followers. Wait, how old do you guys? You guys look young, man. I'm 24. What the fuck? This is AllBall TV. We filming. What you guys filming out here? What choose as your sponsor today? You rolled up already? Can we do that on YouTube? Yo, Dom left?
Dom left.
We talk about basketball and stuff.
If you have an Instagram, give us a follow. We'll give you a free pre-roll. We have Indica, Sativa, Hybrid.
I'm gonna give that shit. I'll give it to Ice. because they smoke. So I'll do that. I'll do it.
All you gotta do is scan the QR. You can type in chosen_remedy.
You guys gonna follow us back? That's fucked up. What kind of a face is it? Shh.
Maybe you to prove it's doing this to
Yeah,
game work
guy.
by
Oh,
itself.
man.
So we got our brain work pop-ups every Friday. We have to like buy 1 8 get 1 free, get super top shelf aids for $50.
You already on Mars right now. That's lovely, man.
You said you on Mars already.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
Friday in our Instagram, we post a location because it's a pop-up shop. We don't have our store yet, so we're just gaining as much clientele as we can. I think
Fire.
it's really
Oh, they don't play today. They play tomorrow. I thought the Knicks game was tonight.
Nah, they played last night.
Damn,
I'm
you
tripping.
gonna be around?
They play last night. I'm wild.
All right, give me a second. I'm still on the live. Appreciate it. What's it called?
Chosen Remedy.
Chosen Remedy. Everybody follow Chosen Remedy, man. You kidding me?
All right.
They giving out pre-rolls out here. Yo, we gotta run.
All right.
Rage man, appreciate you.
I'm out.
Starting some rage.
Yep.
You and Mel gotta go at it. I love it, but we just gotta
Hey.
simmer it down.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
oh,
it.
God.
I
I love
know
it.
how to.
What a
go in there
ratings
now. I
bonanza
don't
that
want
would
to take
be.
over your. I don't want to take over your live, man.
Oh no,
No,
that
no,
would be a raisin bananas.
You gotta learn when you. That's why I told you it'll be perfect with Twitter, because once you leave back there, the shit you lose an hour going arguing with motherfuckers. So you don't want to do that. You wanna
Facts.
just let them call you whatever kind of name. They're gonna call you every name in the book. Remember, you ain't here to. You ain't gonna. Everybody gonna like you, man.
Facts.
They're not. Like I be saying shit, and I be saying like Zach was like you. Zach or anybody that played ball, they look at me as a fucking asshole. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I know that. But
Facts.
I still gotta have my audacity, and I can't take it personal. Once I take it personal, the whole show fucks up, bro. Like I'm talking about the whole vibe. Fuck the show. The vibe is fucked up. So
Facts.
I'm just trying to listen, man. Oh my, I gotta get going.
Hey, get up out of here.
I gotta take advantage of these views. This is amazing. If you're in the New York City area, I'm not saying you gotta hang out with me.
No,
you gotta just hang out over here.
I'm gonna hit y'all up for sure. If I ever, I'm going to come to New York City. It's not a matter of if, a matter of when. I'm gonna hit y'all up for sure.
Nick Pillow said, I need to get to New York expeditiously. The women do look better. I mean, it's just a mix of them over here. It's crazy.
Facts. It's a melting pot. Facts.
Every Queens is the most diverse. Queens is like the craziest place because it's just so spread out and it has real neighborhoods. Like Manhattan has the fake version of everything, the commercialized version. They have a little Koreatown. Nah, Queens got a real Koreatown, a real Chinatown.
Okay.
You already know, but so this is today's episode of AllBall TV. What's today? Wednesday? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yep, Thursday.
So tomorrow we got another at 2 o'clock. I'm definitely coming outside. It's gonna be 90 degrees. I might come out.
I'll pop on the live.
I might come out of my drawers. You
Okay,
kidding me?
Now you're bugging.
All right, yeah, you wild.
Now
Turbo,
I'm out, man.
we need 4,000. We need 4,000 more hours watched. Thank you, Zach, Dime Dropper, Mel, Rockstar Mel. Who else is in here?
Turbo.
Nick Pillow in the building.
Turbo,
Jeezy.
Almighty.
Who's Almighty?
Shout outs to everybody.
What? Wait. Is that his name? Not Top Flight. I mean, Top Flight.
Top Flight, yo, that's Jeezy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through, Jeezy.
Salute.
And tomorrow, 2 o'clock, man. I'm probably gonna live later on during the game too. We got some hours in last night.
Oh yeah, because the Sixers, it looked like it might be over for the Celtics.
Yep. It's game 5.
Looked like it might be doomed for the Celtics.
Yeah.
This is game 5 or 6.
Game 6.
AllBall TV.
Game 6. It's game 6.
All right. Yeah, I think they got the momentum.
Yeah, the Sixers got the momentum.
Philly
got the momentum. Yeah. Thank y'all for giving me momentum today, man.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, AllBall TV.
Well, we might be on a couple of hours. I'm here.
Say less.
All right,
Peace.
let's go.
Like and subscribe.